As a warning to those with zero sense of humor, or are otherwise little bitches, please stop listening now. Dr. Chadder and the BeardedTechy will most certainly cross lines of moral decency that are well beyond the average shit and fart joke you may be used to. The show is unscripted and in the moment, so who knows what will fall out of their dirty little mouths. That being stated, please give them a thumbs up, subscribe, and feel free to chime in on the conversation with a comment. Additionally, you may join their mailing list at weirdedbeirdos.com and be automatically entered in future contests and free giveaways. If you are willing to call in, send a text to 530 YouTube with your name and topic, and we may give you a call. And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the funniest duo in their personal universe, the Wearded Beirdos.
Hello?
I don't think
We having technical difficulties again?
we're not getting audio now from, oh no, yeah, we are. Okay. Everything's good. Okay, I was freaking out for no reason. Everything's
Sure?
fine. Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay.
Okay. It still works. Yeah.
Okay.
Because when the intro is playing, it like automatically mutes our mics.
Ah, okay.
And so I was
that
like,
makes
what?
more sense.
It had the mute thing on. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Which is good that it does that.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it, because eventually want to have like commercials and stuff like that, so you can just click on something, get up and go pee or drop a douche. The bathroom's like right there.
Absolutely.
So anyway, you were talking about beard trimmer.
Yeah.
Why would you? Did you have an old one?
Well, I had one that I've been using for the last couple of years, but I was in an altered state of consciousness a few weeks ago, and thought it would be a good idea because I had this paintbrush that had like the ends were all frayed, and I was like, God, I should just trim the ends of this paintbrush off. I was like, what would be good to trim this off? I was like, oh my God, I have a beard trimmer would be perfect. So I used my beard trimmer to like trim the ends off this like really gnarled paintbrush, and it kind of, hindered its ability to cut hair.
What were you painting? Like
My
doing
grandma's
art?
bathroom.
that was a long time ago. So this is the last time you used it.
I've been using it since then, but it just doesn't cut the same anymore.
Gotcha.
So I thought, I could use a new beard trimmer. And there was ones more expensive, but I liked the look of this one. I liked the marketing I saw for it pretty much. So
It's like a Norelco or a...
it's a Philips Norelco one blade, and it looks really weird. I mean, compared to other beard trimmers, you should see it. You should look at it.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Do you enjoy it? Like
Yeah, it cuts really close.
Do you not use a regular, like a
regular razor?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my gosh, what?
Yeah, I saw it too. I
Nothing.
just had to look at one.
What? Why would you just exclaim, "Oh my gosh," for no reason? Were you looking
No,
at porn
are you-
over there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm enjoying porno over here.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
That's okay if that's what you're into. You started talking about razors, like, oh, I love using my razor. Just
He likes to use his
the
razor
vibration
on
end.
other people.
Yeah. The
Would you shave me?
no. God, that would be traumatic.
For
That was-
who?
For me. Well, I would do a really good job.
I would hope so.
Oh, are you talking about your balls or your face?
No, well, I don't know because you're
I
discussing.
just
it now.
automatically assumed your
If you-
ball. You were talking about your balls.
Well, if you had a choice, what would you prefer? I mean,
Your face. I would rather
we
trim
can
your
do
face
both.
than your balls.
Because usually when you see that this is nice and clean, I usually groom all in one day. It's like
Oh,
it's like
okay.
a one-day
Good to know.
process.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you
And so I mean, I trim.
tuned me into your schedule.
Yeah. I like to. You never know when I'm gonna have either one in someone's mouth, so like, I got to keep them nice and neat. But I use a straight edge. I only use the clippers when I trim it down, like the length. But for everything else, that's why the lines are so clean.
Yeah.
So I shave like a man.
I just don't use razors because I have like sensitive neck skin, and like when I shave with a razor on my neck, it'll break out.
Yeah, like labia neck.
It's just
Oh,
like it's like
Nice term.
it just gets
Interesting
like
choice of
That's
words.
what I guess when I think of. Like,
it just gets like irritated. Like I get like a bunch of red bumps.
you shave up or you shave down. When you
It
do
doesn't matter how I do it. Yeah, I've tried all methods to get it to work, and I've tried all sorts of shave creams and like aftershave and balms. There's one stuff that's like an aftershave. It's like it's called like bump remover or bump prevention or whatever. I don't remember what it's called. It's literally called like bump prevention or something.
Okay.
And it's like this really stinky.
Are you shopping in the black products? That's where you need to go.
Yeah. Black guys have a really hard time with ingrown hairs. Yeah. I saw there was one guy who that I was living with for a time who was from Kenya, and he had a hard time with that.
Can you even grow a beard? I don't know. Like I have.
Well, it was just really patchy, but he
Okay.
still had to shave. But he had also like acne too, so it was really brutal for him.
That sucks.
Yeah, but yeah, I saw the marketing for that new Gillette razor that was like they're marketing it specifically to black people.
Like a bump fighter.
Yeah,
I don't pay attention to that stuff because I never.
Well, it's like it's in the commercial. It's a black guy, and they're like, "This is the razor's like." They say this razor's our special razor to prevent ingrown hairs, pretty much.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, "Oh, so that's for black people."
We discussed. I was one in the past about doing videos of like product reviews and like when new razors come out, to shave one side of my face with the new razor and then the other side with like a single edge or something like that. Just and then take pictures of it like for the next 3 days.
Is your beard like curly when it grows out, or is it straight? Or do you know?
It's wavy. Okay,
Wavy?
so I was 2 weeks ago. I just trimmed this down 2 or 3 days ago. I cleaned it up this afternoon, but it gets to a certain length and it just stops growing. Like I was trying, I'm gonna go ahead because I can wear a mask now, so I can go through that weird phase
Yeah.
where I can cover it up if I'm out in public. But every time I've always tried, it got to a certain length and it just stops growing.
Really?
My mustache though, bone straight. It's annoying. Mustache and everything else, it'll start to curl like how this way. Like there's like a little curl
Yeah.
right there. There's nothing I can do about that. I wish it was full and went the other way, but when I had hair, it was the same way. Like it would be straight to a certain length and then kind of spiral and wave.
That's interesting.
So, which I'm glad I don't have hair at this age because I'd have some stupid like man bun or something.
I always wish that I had like really thick curly hair.
You okay?
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Well, honey, I don't have to tell you everything, do I?
Wish I had the girl.
So like flowing locks, like a
No, just like short, but just really tight, like coarse, wiry hair.
like Asians.
Yeah, but curly. So it's like Jewish people. I don't know if that's racist to say or not.
No.
Not all Jewish people have curly hair, I'm sure.
But it's like one of those ones. As soon as you say it, I think Gene Wilder or something like how.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not being,
quite that tight curls. Like I want curly, like big, round curls, like Dave Mustaine from.
Megadeth.
Yes.
Is this curly really? I think it is.
His hair is curly. Right? Let me look.
I don't know. Now or is this like in the past when you had?
All right, let me just look up
You have a
short.
poster on your wall.
No.
It's not curious. Do Asians ever have curly hair? I've never seen one.
I have curly hair.
Do you straighten yours?
I did
So
today.
this is what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Like,
But normally it's
Normally it's like loose curls.
really
Yeah.
okay.
okay, here I'll show. Let's see. I'll share my screen here. Oh no. Well, yeah. Ooh, that picture's way too big. Holy Nikes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, kind of. I'm like, all right. Let's see here.
All right, link has been sent to.
How the hell do I share my screen? Okay, here we go.
So those that are here for Jeff the Drunk, he has the link, and so as soon as he enters the feed, we will discuss. And there, no, never mind.
So like that, you know.
That's not Dave Mustaine.
I know, but like,
Is his hair short now? Is that where you're going with that?
no.
Oh, you want like that one right there? The go down. Keep going, right there.
This one? This one?
All the way to like the
That?
longer, like that. That's what you want to go.
No, that's too long. I mean, like this guy, like he has it cut. He has it cut nice, like short, but his hair is curly. See, like this is too long. That's too long. Like that. See how it's
Okay.
his hair is thick and it's wiry and curly. It's like a Shih Tzu's hair. It's real like wavy and fucking just tightly woven.
Gotcha. All right, Jeff has entered the stream.
Okay, I'll
All right. I'm excited. You ready?
Yeah.
Can you hear us, sir?
Cello.
Hello.
What's going on, my man?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm Dr. Chatta. This is the BeardedTechy, the white guy across from me. And then Jenny's hiding back there.
Hello.
Can you hear us okay?
I'm
Like
good.
All right.
Very good.
How has your week been
How
so
you
far?
fine? All right. Thank
So
you.
last week you had some dental work, and so that's why you didn't come on last week. And so this week, how is that
Yeah.
going for you?
Well, I have to go back to get whatever you want to call them, flippers or whatever. A partial. I'm not
Gotcha.
sure yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't need teeth to drink beer.
No. No.
So, what we were looking at some of your videos online, and you've got a pretty interesting career going. What drew you into the
What's that?
what drew you into being a showman like you are now?
Nothing really.
You just
being
decided
on
to
the
do it one day.
yeah.
Okay.
Or to be on Howard.
Whoops. Say again.
To be on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, like what led you to call in the very first time? Because you've been on there since like the 90s, right?
Yeah. Well, they were playing a game with George Costanza,
Okay.
from Seinfeld.
Right.
Yeah.
They were playing a game called Who Wants to Be a Butt Billionaire? Because the big game show at the time was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with
Right.
Regis Philbin. And so this was when Howard was 5 days a week. And he played on a Friday. Who Wants to Be a Butt Billionaire with a porn star. And some guy won the prize on the Friday. And he comes back to work on Monday and says, that guy who won Butt Billionaire never showed up to claim his prize. I was like, boy, ain't that something. So I called up Stuttering John. And he's like, what do you want to talk to Howard about? And I was like, I'll bang that ass. Oh, you will you? Tell Howard that. I said, okay. So Howard picked up, yeah, we have Jeff from Albany. I was like, yeah, Howard, I'll tap that ass. Oh, you will you? I talked to him for a couple minutes. Then he's like, I'll tell you what, Jeff. Next time we play Butt Billionaire, you can play. I'm like, thank you, Howard. Thank you. Thank you. And so, like a year later, Friday, I says, oh, coming up next week, we have Tabitha Stevens coming in to play Who Wants to Be a Butt Billionaire. I'm like, yes! And so I called up the show, and I got Casey Armstrong voicemail, and I was like, yeah, Casey, my name's Jeff Curro. Howard said I could play Butt Billionaire next time you play. Give me a call. I gave my number. I said, give me a call. And so like 10 minutes later, he called me. And he was like, yeah, Jeff. Yeah, we already have someone to play. I said, yeah, you do. Me. He's like, no, we have someone else to play. I said, no way, motherfucker. Howard said I could play that game. Next time, I have it on fucking tape. You want me to play it for you? No, we got to. Fuck you. And I hung up. And like 10 minutes later, he called back. Are you sure you got to ride down? I said, yeah, I'm all set. He said, well, we decided to go with you. And so the rest is history.
That's hilarious. I haven't heard. Yeah, I'm familiar with the show. These two aren't as much. I haven't heard Casey Armstrong's name in a very long time. And so you go down to the show, and how did that? Like, how did the experience? Were you a Howard Stern fan before then, or you just happened to like catch it, or were you always listening prior to?
Well, yeah, I was a fan when I was first listening to Howard. I was in rehab for my car accident. And so there was a guy that was in class with me. And so my first day of rehab, I was having a cigarette outside. And there was a guy with the headphones on. And he's laughing his ass off. I said, hey, what do you listen to? Oh, this guy Howard Stern. This is in like 1988. So I was like, what channel's that on? So he told me. And so I listened to it thought it was okay. Then, he gets repeating stuff. I'm like, oh, what the hell? I already heard that. Stop repeating yourself all the time. And so I didn't listen to it for a couple of months. And so then like a year later, I was sitting on, I said, oh yeah, I remembered Howard Stern. So I started listening, and then I just got hooked on it.
Yeah, it's usually how it goes. I was living in Phoenix, Arizona when he was still on terrestrial radio, and the guy I worked with, he had made a deal because it was in a French's Meat Shop, if you're ever there in Scottsdale, Arizona. And so there's 4 guys that worked in the room. 2 of us did beef, the other 2 did chicken, and we did meat for restaurants, so like pre-cuts for restaurants. And in order to listen to Howard Stern during the day, we had to agree to listen to Mexican music the rest of the day. And so like that was the best part of going, because we went to work at like 6 in the morning. So from 6 to like 11:30, we got to listen to Howard. And like the first couple of episodes, I wasn't really into him, but then about 2 or 3 episodes in, like you're hooked. Once you start listening, you can hate him on, but once you're in, like he draws you in. It's like the best talk radio there is.
Exactly.
Yeah, my first experience with Howard Stern was his movie.
Oh, Private Parts?
Yes. Yeah. Where he played himself.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. But yeah, it was, just details his career. I had no idea he was Jewish.
Yeah.
Until I saw the movie.
Haven't seen his nose?
That is racist.
Well, he talks about it himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, I had no idea he was Jewish. But I guess I don't want to say it makes sense. But
so did you win the show, Jeff?
Yeah.
So what did you have way before I started listening?
The celebrity that played for me was William Shatner.
Really?
Yeah.
So he played. Okay.
Beat me up, bitch.
Beat me up,
Beat
bitch.
me up, bitch, motherfucker.
So William Shatner played the game, and if he won, you won. That was how it.
Yeah. Yep.
And so what was the actual prize?
To have butt sex with that porn star.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
So did you? You fuck her in the ass?
Kind of, sort of.
Okay. I didn't know that was one of those things you could be halfway on.
Well, she put the condom on.
Okay.
On her dick or yours?
And yeah, not she didn't have a dick.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
and she sort of sat down under my dick, but she didn't lube up the fucking condom.
Oh.
So yeah, it's like the boner went, but it came back, and
Right.
I shot all over her tits. But the bitch could have fucking lubed it up. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
spit on it or something.
Yeah.
Right? This is-
Jeez.
You're a professional.
No fucking courtesy at all.
Oh well.
Oh well. Yeah. I mean, you still fucked her in the ass. I mean,
Yeah.
that's still a win.
Yeah, there's not a person in this room that's had sex with a porn star, so you're way ahead of the game.
Yeah. As far as I know, I don't.
Well,
some of the girls in high school I was with, and you never know
What they
could
turned
happen.
into, but she was a
Yeah.
porn star at the time.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I got in Vegas. She was a fucking winner chicken dinner. Jello.
Who was this?
She did me right. Her stage name was Cindy Crawford.
It's original.
Ooh.
You ever? She
The
used
actress.
a
Super.
baseball bat up her ass.
Nice. That takes stamina.
Yeah.
See,
You probably wouldn't need lube.
guess
She
so.
put a baseball bat up there.
Ooh.
I probably wouldn't. I didn't have anal sex with her.
Oh, okay.
But,
You did watch her shove a baseball bat up her ass.
do you want me to come? Would you want me to come? Would you want me to? Forget it. Ah!
Damn.
At that point, who cares, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that was the end of it.
wow. Howard Stern really took you some places, huh?
Yeah.
You still keep
I
in touch
remember
with
the
Howard?
first time- What's that?
You still talk to Howard?
Oh, yeah. I remember the first time I won a trip to Vegas and I brought my sister with me. And we had a layover in Philly. Then it flew from Philly to Las Vegas. And the waitress is like, you won this trip on the Howard Stern show? You deserve first class. Get up here. And
Nice.
we had to sit up in first class.
Nice.
Yeah, what's that?
So you took your sister to the strip club to watch this stripper shove a baseball bat up her ass?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Trip to the MGM Grand.
Oh,
And we saw skaters on ice. Skating.
yeah.
Oh, so it was like a regular trip. Like you were just out there to you want to show Vegas trip and we're hang out in
Yeah.
Vegas.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and it was New Year's night.
Ah,
It was
Yeah,
crazy.
that'd be fun.
you've had a way better life than me, Jeff. Already, we're only like 10 minutes in the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're still in New York then, huh?
Yeah, I live in upstate New York.
Oh, that's not bad. So how do you feel about garden gnomes?
What's that?
How do you feel about garden gnomes?
I have one.
Do you have Oh, excellent.
Where'd that come from?
Just, I was looking at a list of unexpected questions.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Damn.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
Wow.
What are the
My
odds? Like, I
garden-
don't messing with you, but you actually have a garden gnome.
My Buffalo Bill's good. No.
Excellent.
Puts the lotion on the
Bills are
skin.
gonna win.
Yeah, what the Buffalo Bill are we talking about?
The Jets.
What was that?
I said, fuck the Jets. The
Fuck
Jets
the
are
Jets.
going.
Oh, the Buffalo Bills, the football team. Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, thought you meant like Buffalo Bill from Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Puts lotion on the
No,
skin.
T-
Okay.
The helmet.
All right.
So what do you usually do on the weekends? Because it's Friday night. It's 9:00 your time, right? 9:30. What are your big plans for the night?
Yeah, nothing. I'm not even drinking tonight.
What?
Not even drinking tonight.
Really?
I just got my beer, my 18 pack. It's in the fridge. I don't like to drink them right away. I like them to get nice and cold.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So tomorrow, what's on?
What's that?
So tomorrow you're gonna drink the 18 pack, right? That's a case, right? Is that a case?
Yeah. No, it's like 3 6-packs.
Yes.
What flavor?
Okay. Budweiser bottles, of course.
Budweiser bottles.
So I don't drink, but I prefer soda out of a bottle. So does beer taste different in a bottle versus a can?
Yeah, I'm sure you don't get that, aluminum taste.
Okay.
But it's
Makes sense.
a lot smoother, you know?
Yeah.
That pours out a lot.
On the bottle, probably faster to drink.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on the beer. Some beer I like better out of can. Some beer I like better out of bottle.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you drink?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So yeah, join the club.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not currently drinking.
Well, right, but she doesn't drink at all, right?
I don't know. No, I don't drink.
Okay. Yeah, I don't drink either.
But she chugs.
What?
He said, "But you chug."
I chug? What do I chug?
Oh, you know what you chug.
Damn.
He just took it there. He's called you a dick chugger.
Oh,
That's
a
okay.
dick chugger.
Ooh,
So-
I didn't
Maybe
say
wig.
I
Once a
did not say it.
Really? Not with me.
I did.
Maybe we should have a contest.
Who could chug the most dicks?
That's what.
Yeah, all three of us. We'll sit down and we'll see who can chug the most dicks.
What the fly? You go fly you to Denver, Jeff, and we'll do a dick chugging contest.
No, I'm not in for that. I didn't sign up for that.
Not even for hot, wet, stinky cash?
Not even for no.
No, okay. Well, you're a man of
Negatory.
pure principle and morals.
By
It's
the
good to have.
way, if anyone wants a cameo, let me know.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. We'll put the links in the. Is it like cameo.com/Jeff Curro or Jeff? How do you?
Yeah, Jeff. Once you gotta sign up for Cameo, and once you do, you can go and ask Howard Stern people. You can find me that way, or you can type in Jeff the Drunk, and it pops right up.
Okay. And what does that run for a cameo?
$79.99. So basically, and I'd say whatever you want me to say, you write it down, and if
Okay.
I find it offensive, I won't say it. But
If you find it offensive, you won't say it.
yeah, but it's
What kind of people have you turned down? I want to know.
Yeah,
like,
where do you draw the line, Jeff?
Yeah. What is offensive to you?
just fucking troll shit, like my dead arm or something like that, shit like that, just to make it cool.
Okay. Oh, so if they're making fun of you, pretty much, you want to say it.
Right.
Okay.
No, I ain't gonna. There's no sense in that. That's stupid.
No.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
But technically, your arm is still alive, so I don't know why they call it the dead arm. Maybe
Well,
the lazy arm
It don't move,
at all.
No.
That's too bad. You could have given yourself a stranger.
Yeah,
I would have been a perfect stranger.
my left hand is a stranger at first, but not anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you're very acquainted. So you were right-handed before the accident?
Yeah. My dick was getting lonesome for my right hand.
I'll bet. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Every once in a while I try to switch hands just to keep life interesting, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just
My left hand doesn't know my body, my right hand does.
right. Absolutely.
In a coma, and I was in a coma, and I'm with my car accident. This girl, Jess, she fell in love with me because in the IC room next to me was this lady who was in a bad car accident. She was unconscious. I was unconscious. And this girl came in to see her mother, and she started flirting with me. And she started making out with me and and rubbing my dick and balls. And she got my cock hard as a rock. And I wanted her to fucking suck my dick, but I was hooked up to the catheter. And I was like, motherfucker.
What a bummer.
Because I had a trach. And I was like, motherfucker. I just want to fuck this girl. But
I want to meet this woman.
oh well.
Do you still have her?
Died.
Oh, she died.
No,
damn.
Yeah.
That's like the worst story ever. Like, I was all excited for you, and you talking about the catheter, and then like that sucks. You can't just pull it out. You ever had a catheter?
Yes.
You?
No.
What's a game changer?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It will
man.
fuck you up.
Yeah,
can't
I've had
wait.
one, and that is not fun at all.
I've had like 6.
Whew.
I've had like
One really bad experience though.
I've had
What's that?
well, probably had a few of them when I was first in the hospital because I was out for I was unconscious for like a month.
Oh wow.
Damn.
So what happened? Like, what was were you driving? Because on the internet it just says you had a car accident, but it doesn't really go into detail.
I was a passenger in the back
Okay.
seat. And
What
we were
happened?
driving
Driver?
boat, and a deer jumped out, and my friend swerved, and the car went over and over. We were doing about $1.20,
Ooh.
and flipped and flopped and flipped and flopped, and we all got thrown out of the car. Nobody had their seatbelts on, which was good news because the engine of the car ended up in the back seat.
Holy shit. Did everybody survive?
Ford Toronto. Yep.
Were you the only one who went into a coma, or did everybody else get?
No, I was young. I got the worst of it by far. Yeah, I was the only one that went into a coma.
Okay. Do you keep in touch with the other 3?
No, not really. Not really. My friend Mike, I still keep in touch with. He lives right up the road, but the driver of the car, George, I don't talk to him much. Ever, really.
Right, so like did the friendship kind of just fade away? You think like guilt? Because
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how old were you when this happened?
I was 18.
Oh, you're just learning. You're just getting into jerking off with that right hand. It was gone. It was taken from you.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Tonight I'm gonna masturbate my left hand in your honor.
What's that?
I said tonight I'm gonna masturbate with my left hand in your honor.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But we're gonna videotape it.
That's so sweet.
We're gonna videotape it and send it to you.
Yeah, we'll put it on OnlyFans.
No, that's okay. I don't need to see it.
Oh.
You don't need to see it. Oh,
Okay.
no one really needs to see it. But sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do.
I saw you. What are you drinking in your glass? Is that like Pepsi or Coke or something?
Coke, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck that.
You ever done the fucking Pepsi challenge?
No, I bet you I didn't win, though. I know Coke from Pepsi. Believe that.
Lead it.
So, what's the longest you've went without drinking? Is it the fact that you're not drinking tonight because you're waiting for your beer to get cold?
Yeah, that's more
Oh,
self-control.
no, I go weeks without.
Oh, so you're not like a total alcoholic.
No, I've never been. That's just. I've always had beer in the fridge.
Okay,
I don't
because
have to
the
drink
name
every
Jeff the
beer.
Drunk kind of implies that you have.
Yeah,
to
so you're
drink.
more like Jeff the drinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never had a problem. Well, maybe I have.
Yeah, in your eyes, you've never had a problem.
Yeah, if you think about it, if I actually had a big problem, how can I fucking stay in this house for over 20 years by myself for the past 15 years? Think about that, will you? What is that fucking deal?
Yeah, let me digest that.
Well, yeah, and you think like, plus like you can function with electronics. You know how to use Instagram, and you get shot.
That was my gavel. I'm making a point. How can I live here by myself for 15 years? That was a gavel.
Okay.
Court is in
Making a
session.
point.
You took us to court. I understand. No, and that's the thing. Like you what is that?
An anal probe?
Thermometer. It's a
The rectal
thermometer. They sent me a fucking horse thermometer. Fucking idiot. Who sends a person a horse thermometer?
Veterinarians? I don't Do you know the difference between an anal and oral thermometer?
Yeah, I've heard the taste.
That's funny. So have you used it?
No, either way, I haven't used it.
Okay.
No.
Well, why did you need a thermometer in the first place? For COVID?
Yes. Exactly. I wanted to get, want to get an accurate reading.
I hope it's not filled with mercury.
That is
I
huge.
think it is.
Yeah, that looks like mercury.
Well, go ahead and take your temperature. We'll wait.
Yeah.
I've never used one, actually. Sorry.
First time for everything.
I mean, how complicated could it be? Just shove it in.
Yeah.
One or the other. It goes in somewhere.
It goes in. I wouldn't want to get it lost.
This smoke. Oh.
Imagine the X-ray technician. The X-ray technician. You'll have a good time with.
Really? Are they known for that?
How long? But it's pretty long though. It's not like you should be able to hold on to it with your fist and not lose it.
I mean, is it glass?
It's about
Is
fucking.
it plastic?
It's a regular fucking thermometer, whatever they're made out of.
Oh, okay.
But look what I have.
Nice, clean hand sanitizer.
Hand
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I'm
got
glad you
5
let us know about that.
New York State. These are made for the New York State Fair, but it was canceled. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still glad you were able to get the hand sanitizer hookup.
So Ashley would like to know, if you were using the horse thermometer and you lost it, who would you call first? Would you try to retrieve it, or would you just go to the hospital right away?
Yeah, if you lost it like anally, like it went in too deep and you just
Yeah, I was I called 911 ASP.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't call a friend like, "Hey, I need help digging this out."
Say, hey George, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, I got this thermometer stuck up my ass. I need you to come wrench it out.
Oh no.
Okay. No. All right. Get straight to 911. Get a medical professional in there. Okay. That's a safe bet.
I'm sure they've done that before.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's probably one of their most common calls. Things.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, it's things. We were just listening to a guy.
1,000,000 to 1, Doc.
Look that up.
It's 1,000,000 to 1 shot, Doc. Remember the Fuseli Jerry?
The what?
This Seinfeld going over everyone's head. You guys don't remember that episode.
I don't think I've seen that episode. Is it on Seinfeld? I wasn't a big Seinfeld fan.
Yeah, Seinfeld was not for me.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
That's okay.
Cool.
So, if you couldn't go to the hospital and you had it jammed up your ass, who would you call? You can't call a doctor. You have to call a friend or a family member.
Who would it be?
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
I really don't know. I'd have to call Howard, I guess.
You call Howard.
Howard.
Oh, yeah. He might send someone over. You never know. He's got friends in high places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in low places.
I'm sure you take care of it for me.
Oh yeah, just for to have the video footage. So does your brother and sister? How many brothers and sisters do you have total? Because I didn't know you had a sister. I know you had a brother.
No, I have 6 brothers and 2 sisters.
Oh wow. Did none of them live close? You live with your brother, right?
I live with one of them. Yeah.
Okay. So you wouldn't ask him?
No.
Wow.
Damn. Where's the brotherly love there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have an intervention.
Yeah, I'm not interested. I don't really care about it.
Well,
who would you call?
Who would I call?
Would you ask your grandma to dig it out?
I would tell Jenny to do it.
Oh my God.
Would you pull the thermometer out of his ass, or would you
I would have to.
You're a fucking trooper.
I would have to.
Tell you, man.
If it got to a point where like I couldn't take care of it myself, she's the next in line.
I'd come in with some gloves.
Okay.
Gloves? What are you worried about? Fucking catching something?
Yeah,
I'm clean.
I know that.
It's a hepatitis.
I'm clean. You don't need gloves. No little poop on your hands never hurt anybody.
Yeah, but ass to mouth is how you get the hep.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah. Bowels get bowels.
He knows all about it.
See what I mean?
Yeah. Hep A and Hep E you get from ass to mouth because it lives in your body as long as you don't touch. So you're not supposed to touch anything around your face after wiping a baby's butt and touching your own self.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised I've never gotten it.
You may have. When was the last time you got tested for Hep C?
Pretty
Or
frequently.
hepatitis in
Pretty
general?
recently. Pretty recently.
Okay.
Within the last year.
Gotcha.
How do you think
thought I had it.
Pamela got it? How
Thought
do you
I had
think
it.
Pam got it?
Pam?
Oh yeah, Pam Anderson. That was a big thing about her was she had hepatitis. I forgot all about that because right after Tommy Lee, like someone spilled the beans and kind of tainted her after that.
Did he
Yeah.
drive the boat dick?
What's that?
I didn't see the full porno.
Didn't he
With
drive the boat with his dick?
I don't know. I've only seen like clips of that movie because they have that home video,
Right.
and I saw parts of
Paris.
it.
Anyone see Paris Hilton?
Yeah, I saw that one. It's all in night vision. It wasn't any good.
I've seen the one with the China the wrestler. That's
No,
a
it's not.
Wow.
There's
Yeah,
a part
huh?
of it, but there's a lot of it in daylight, and she could suck a mean dick.
Oh yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah. That is old. That is like a old, golden oldie now. I mean, the Paris Hilton
Yeah.
sex tape that came out like fucking 20 years ago.
Because somebody had to convert that to digital. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like you had a VHS
Yeah.
laying around.
Yeah, it wasn't taken on a cell phone. It was like literally like with like a Sony Handycam, and then they
it
had
was a-
to do like a fucking tape, and then they had to digitize it somehow.
Yeah, and then
upload
through
it.
dial-up.
Oh God, AOL.
Do you have any sex tapes of you out there, Jeff?
Yeah, did you record any of the anal sex that you had?
With the guys or girls?
No,
No, oh, okay. You don't get that floating around up there.
I did record on Periscope.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I hope I never see that.
We'll send you a link. Wait, what were you doing on Periscope?
Party pooper.
Yeah, Steve's no fun. So you were having sex on, do you have an OnlyFans page now then? Since this seems weird.
I was masturbating on tape with a nurse from Chicago.
Oh,
And it was about the time when I quit smoking. So I was sort of backed up there.
Right.
And when I shot my load, I shot and shot and shot and shot and shot. And that was only halfway. There's a lot of fucking cum. Believe that.
you were just fucking painting the walls then, eh?
Fucking 10 shots.
You do this on Periscope?
Just like
Get to the chopper.
It was fucking crazy. She was like,
Yeah,
holy.
you're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a very. I don't get any real distance
You get distance? What does that mean?
when I shoot.
Oh, you don't get
Like,
distance.
he's shooting like 10 times. Like, I don't have range.
So
I really
you're
don't-
so yeah. There's two types of guys. There's shooters and blubbers.
I didn't know there's a word for it, so I guess I'm a blubberer
Yeah, I think so.
kind of guy.
Yeah, there's guys who just dribble out and guys who pow.
I mean, it's a forceful blubber, so it's not
Okay,
like it makes it past the open. Like it just.
I don't want to know how far you can shoot your cum. I don't want to know.
Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna measure it.
Good. Thank God.
So
Because I know if you measured it, I'd be like one of the first people you'd fucking tell.
Well,
No,
yeah.
I got
Someone's gonna run the audio. Someone's gonna hold the boom mic.
Yeah, because we're recording it.
So was this on Periscope that you did this?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've never been to Periscope, so I'm not sure what that is all about.
We stream
It's just,
on Periscope.
We do.
Yes.
Okay, good.
It's just like a live stream, like Instagram Live or
Oh.
Facebook Live. It's the same
That's
thing
right.
as that, but you
Okay.
can then do one-on-ones.
You can jack off on there, huh? And that's like totally within their terms and conditions.
Were people paying for this, or were you doing it for free?
It's just a personal thing.
Oh, just
Okay.
a
I
personal.
wasn't advertising.
So you were just, I mean, were you completely naked on the video? Like, were you just sitting in a chair, completely naked?
Doing it for fun. What?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's why else would you do it? But
exactly.
It was one-on-one.
Okay.
There wasn't a room full of people. Although
Yeah, okay.
I just heard a guy who jacked off on live stream. They were talking about on Stern last week. Ralph
Okay.
was talking about it.
All
Rob
right.
Zarella was watching I jerk off. Go figure.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, Ralph's a little out there. He's Howard Stylus. I don't think I could do it. One is I don't think it's to do it on camera and to do it live would take a lot because to me it's kind of me moments.
It could get stressful.
Yeah, because even when I do it to measure, Steve not the fluff.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna have to fluff you. I'm not known for being a fluffer. Just so everyone knows. I don't want like
You're not
random
known-
propositions to be fluffing.
You're
people.
not known for it until you're known for it. So it's like,
Yeah. Well, I don't ever plan on being known for it, so just keep that as a heads
do you
up.
still masturbate for fun for friends? A lot of f.
Do you? I mean, were you like sitting completely naked in like a lazy boy chair, just on camera, or like how is that angled? Like, or is it just like your penis in the frame?
Good question.
It was yeah, it was just like it was just, you know.
You just pointed the camera at your
what
dick.
you see now.
Scream if you want to.
You know,
No surprise.
fucking shot. That's all.
Okay, well, good to know.
You getting a phone call? Do you need to go?
Yeah, I do have to go.
Okay. All this masturbation talk, huh? You got your Periscope blowing up.
Oh man, I gotta fucking take a trip to Pornhub.
Like time to the hourglass, just slip to the.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, Jeff, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming on and joining the stream. Hopefully, we'll talk to you again in the future.
Yeah, definitely. You can come on anytime you want to, and if we can ever get Jenny into that cock chugging contest, we're definitely gonna think about you, and you can be a judge.
All right.
I can't wait.
Have a good day.
You have a package in the mail here in about sometime middle of next week. All right.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you,
All
Jeff.
right.
Have a good
You guys have a good day.
You too, buddy.
You too.
Take care.
Deuces.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to be drunk. I thought he was drunk.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, and then now, because he's always sounded that way.
Yeah.
So you've heard him in when on the show you would hear him in different stages of intoxication. So I'm thinking that when he sounds extremely inebriated, he's probably just now becoming drunk. If that's how he sounds all the time, I've never heard him not sound that way. So you hear how he talks, and then you hear Jeff the drunk as his name. You assume that he's drunk all the time.
Yeah, you would think. Yeah, I automatically assume man, he's been putting him back.
Yeah, and it caught me off guard too, because when we started communicating via text messages and stuff like that, it was very coherent. I mean, it was kind of starting to throw me off. Like, how is he? Because we had mentioned on the show, he's like, yeah, and then he's like, oh, I didn't want to come on the show this week. He said 2 weeks right off the bat, like maybe next Friday. And I didn't know why he didn't offer anything, and then a couple of days later, he sent me a picture of his teeth had been removed. And the dentist said, this is why, because I had it done on Wednesday and I didn't think I was going to be up for it on a Friday. So
Sure.
Man, we're having a real conversation here. So you think, when you hear him on the radio on Howard, that he's constantly drunk and intoxicated because of the way he sounds. So definitely an educational moment for myself, because.
Do you think he's totally there mentally? It's just all physical disability.
Yeah, because even when they did an IQ test, that he tested like 1 point below normal, and the doctor who did the IQ test said it was because he couldn't use his right arm, so he couldn't do a lot of the fine-tuned stuff that you do with a hand. So he would have scored higher, but as far as cognitive ability, he was right below normal without any kind of digital functions or.
It's crazy that that's just public knowledge,
right?
He
did on the Howard Stern show.
Oh, it was on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah.
People
start talking shit and he was the smartest, and the guy comes in and did IQ test for everybody on the show.
Yeah.
And they would wager on who was smarter than who.
That freaks me out, like that people would know that about me. Like, just randomly. Like, hey, I know your fucking IQ.
Yeah, but it's one of the things if you put yourself out there, once you...
Yeah. Well,
like what we do, no one cares. You can't wiki Jeremy Chatta
exactly.
or Jenny.
We're the most known unknown.
Right. There's nothing out there. And all the dirt that I did was before the internet, so there's nothing new for me.
That's actually a 3-6 Mafia album, I'm pretty sure.
What?
The most known unknown.
Okay.
You listen to 3-6 Mafia?
No, I don't.
I know a little freak in Hollywood.
Sucks on dick, does it real good.
Wow. Okay.
It's our thing, you know.
That's
We
our
do
song.
it in the car. We do it everywhere.
So you're those people that are driving down the road using the N-word in your car, just jamming.
We don't even jam to it.
If it's in the song,
You're just rapping out loud.
Yeah.
if it's in the song, I will say it. Because that's just like, I'm not saying it. They're saying it. I'm just singing along.
So do you do mixtapes just to have a lot of N-words in them, just so when you roll?
I don't do mixtapes,
Oh.
which is good because then I don't have like written record of myself saying the N-word just recklessly.
Right. So when you guys are just rolling down the
Yeah. If we're,
street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice,
Completely sober.
and there's no...
Actually.
I was just rapping because I felt left out because you guys
Oh.
just busted into a rap and the black guys, like, I had to let you know my skills were
okay, good.
on point.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that. I was
So since if it's in the song, you'll say it. But what if you're just rolling down the road and you're freestyling, your acapella rapping back and forth like you just did a minute ago, and the N-word is there? Do you say the N-word there?
absolutely.
Because
Why
at that
wouldn't
point-
I?
Well,
Why
because
wouldn't I?
you're not rapping along to the song at this point.
But
you're
I
being
am in my
racist.
head. It's cultural appropriation, probably somewhere along those lines. I'm just appropriating the word lyrically.
Okay.
I don't mean it racistly. It's
But
all
you probably,
it's all about the context.
you probably say it so comfortably too.
Contextually. I mean, contextually, it's not racist. Is it racist? Maybe, but no one hears me, so it's okay.
Oh, you're one of those.
When I say it lyrically, okay, I'm not like in the closet like goddamn fucking damn. I'm not grumbly like that.
Well, your house is large enough, you wouldn't have to go into the closet.
Right. Well,
So
it's just one of those things. Like,
Do you have a nigger room? Is that room like off? Okay, when you come in the garage, off to the side.
what is a nigger room?
Because you said I'm like I'm in the closet. just saying,
a
nigger,
room.
nigger.
Okay, yeah. So like a room that I've designated to
Yes.
go in there and just say the N
Yeah.
word.
So those who don't know, Steve he lives in a huge house. Like I've been playing video games and they've argued while we're playing a video game on who's going to the other room to get like Twizzlers. Was it? It was licorice or something.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
why are you complaining? Because it's so far away.
You can hear me?
What's up?
You can hear me?
Yeah, there's times. It will be. He don't play games with me anymore for whatever reason. But we would play Call of Duty, and if you get close to the mic, I can hear you. But I can hear him complaining to you. And I'm like, there's one like, go get the licorice. Like I'm not going to get it. I'm like, why are you arguing about licorice? Because it's so far away. Which it is. The kitchen's clearly on the other side of the house. Like
But it is a single
it is
story home.
quite.
So
Yeah, it's quite the distance. How many square feet is? Do you know?
it's like 10,000 square feet or something.
It's not that much, but
Yeah.
I'll say close to 4 or 5. It's huge.
So, what is the nastiest thing you've heard me say?
Oh, I don't keep track of that.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
Because sometimes, like, you're all up on,
That's
like,
good.
there'll be times I'll hear it faintly and then he'll say something, but then sometimes you'll go for nothing, and then all of a sudden you just hear Jenny's voice all up on the mic. I'm like, what the fuck is she
I say
doing?
some pretty raunchy stuff.
But no.
I just wanted to make sure.
I have it all recorded somewhere, so I can send
Oh,
you.
do you?
Yeah, it's just in case we break up, I
Where?
can send it to your mother.
I have to check streams. But no, we haven't played in a while, so I don't know. We don't stream when we play together, which we should because
Yeah, we can play again soon.
I love talking shit to.
You know, I went to IKEA today and the line was absolutely.
It's open now?
Yeah, it's open.
Okay.
I don't know when it opened, but it's been open. Like we went yesterday and today, but the line was outrageous, and the furniture we wanted was all sold out. So,
It's a big place to be walking around with a mask.
oh yeah, our faces were covered in sweat by the time we got out. It's just
Did you
condenses.
even buy anything?
Yeah, we bought a comforter and 2 fake plants. and a duvet.
Okay. Why?
The comforter we have now is dog shit.
Okay.
And the fake plants are for the shelf that we were gonna get, but was sold out. So we decided to just get them since they're already in the cart. Now we're gonna.
You weren't gonna get them, and then you decided to get them.
No, we were always gonna get them, but we second guessed ourselves when the furniture we were going to put it on was not there. So we thought, where are we going to put these plants? And we're like, I don't know. We'll just get it anyway.
Okay, so trying to get the visual of you and Jenny just laying there. And
How often do you think about
like
that?
you stare at the wall. No, because like it's funny because we discussed before, but now like this episode guys came out because up until this point we never discussed the fact that you were a couple, but now that you are,
We don't have to
we
be.
have to.
We can change that right away.
Yeah, I could talk about him
We
and
can talk
say it's
about you.
someone else.
Well, no, I could just dump you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And then,
I wouldn't move out though.
well, that's fine. There's another room
There's
in the house,
literally like, on the
Yeah.
other side of the plantation.
but you'll have to
Okay.
start paying rent right away.
You don't even pay rent.
I know. 'Cause
All right,
that's just because I'm legit.
we'll talk to Marilyn.
Yeah, we got to talk to
I got you.
Marilyn.
You've been around long enough. I'm
I
sure
have a
she-
feeling that she,
I'll just
she
tell her-
would be
I'll
on
just-
your side.
I'll just tell her, like, I don't know who this person is. And she'll go, I don't know who she is either.
Nice. Yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah.
well, we better call the police. I'm like, yeah, fuck, get him down here. Like, I got this fucking Asian in my house and she won't leave and they'll come over and they'll tase her ass.
And in that neighborhood, you'd be fucked up.
Oh,
I know.
God.
You'd be done.
They are looking for something to do in that neighborhood. They are bored out of their minds. And they get a chance to tase somebody, they will do it. I'll film it too. I'll put it on.
So just for the listeners
World Star.
to get the visual, like Steve lives in a white bougie fucking neighborhood in a big ass $1 million home. He is basically the epitome of white privilege.
Yes. I've pretty much had to do nothing my entire life.
Yeah, and I hate going to that neighborhood when it's at night. I don't mind during the day
night.
because you can creep right in because it's right there at the edge of.
Let's not give away my coordinates to my
right,
house
yeah.
on
But
that.
it's right there on the edge of because I have patients in the neighborhood
Mhm.
and on the road that's blocked off. So I remember once, I think Steve lives up here, so I tried to go, and it's just they didn't even finish the road up to.
Yeah.
your
Oh, yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah. I know what you're talking
I'm like,
about.
that's
now, right?
douchey as fuck. So I have a patient that lives on that road.
Right.
Actually, two. They live across the street from each other.
And there's just a fence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to keep the Mexicans out. Because in his neighborhood, most on the way when I've been in during the day, it's mostly like Latino people. And that's why they probably built the fence there or didn't complete the road. Because even on your road, I hate going down after you hit that roundabout,
Mhm.
when you're going down that road, and they let you know right then, like we have cameras, we're watching you.
That's a lie, too. There's no
Which
fucking
I've
cameras
never-
in that neighborhood.
We've
See, the neighborhood I live in is just, they're super entitled.
yes.
And so there's a sign, like there's access to a road called Sheridan through my neighborhood. If you cut through the neighborhood, you can get to this road. And a lot of people do that. And it creates a lot of traffic through one street on the neighborhood. But they put a sign up at the beginning of the neighborhood that says no access to Sheridan, which is a blatant lie.
Where's this? I don't think I've seen this one.
It's if you're going up Bellevue.
You don't have to drop words off, but
Yeah. Well, that's not going to give anyone.
you're coming from the other side. So I come through.
Yeah, if you come in
take
through
285.
Yeah, if you come in through Sheridan, there's no sign that says no access to Sheridan because you're on fucking Sheridan.
Okay.
But if you come from the other way, Bellevue, or the other way, Barry, both of those streets say no access to Sheridan because they want people cutting through, which is it's just a lie.
So if I'm leaving your house,
Mhm.
coming to my home, instead of taking a round Sheridan, if I keep going straight, it goes somewhere. Is that the road you're talking about that has no access? I'm
Well,
confused.
there is access. They just put up a sign that says no
Okay.
access.
Because I have a patient on the other side of the lake as well.
Yeah, you could get there. What in Beaumont? Or
It's off Wadsworth.
Oh yeah, you
But
couldn't get there.
It's those
too.
apartment complexes.
Yeah, no, there's
Okay, that's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
So yeah, no, what they're saying is like they don't want people cutting through from Bellevue to get to Sheridan.
Yeah, because they don't want the traffic in the neighborhood.
Yes, but so they put up a sign that says, they just think that's okay. I didn't know you could just put up a sign that's a lie.
Well, because it's its own municipality, right? Because it's a
Yeah, it's its own town, but
Yeah.
still, I didn't know that a government entity. Well, I know the government lies, but I didn't think that you could just at such a local level lie to the general public.
well, maybe there wasn't when they put the sign up, and then once
Oh no, there was definitely there's always been access. That's like a new thing. There's like a younger generation coming up in the neighborhood. So there's a council, right? There's like a city council, and there's a mayor and everything.
Yeah,
But there's like a newer generation, and it's starting to get filled up with like younger and younger people, right? Because it used to be just like old fogies, and
so it's starting to
become younger and younger.
Look
So-
at that White House on the corner across the street, because that one all of a sudden you have an Art Deco home
Yeah.
compared to the rest of them. So that makes they're trying to gentrify a neighborhood that's already ballered out. Which
Yeah,
is
pretty
funny.
much. So there's that group of people, and they're making huge changes to the. There's a community lake, and at the lake there's beach, clubhouse, tennis courts, marina for boats. They just put in a new marina, like this, like multi-million-dollar setup, like, which is they had an old marina for like 50 years.
Now is that down further? Because I've seen when you first got your drone, you were flying around there, but all I saw was like picnic tables. Was it down?
Yeah.
Always?
I didn't really show the marina very well. You can see it a little bit in that footage, but it's tough to see. It's not a huge marina, but it's still got like 100 slips.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, and like they raised the fees to do that. There used to be like a thing where like they have this day once a year where you go and you clean up the beach. You clean up the lake. You do like you have to restain the deck patio furniture.
All the people who live there.
Yeah, so it's like a community event where everybody goes down there and helps clean up all around the lake. Trim trees, put stuff away. Get everything looking really nice. And it used to be like at the beginning of the year, you'd pay a $50 like maintenance fee, and when you'd go to the beach cleanup day, you'd get that back for showing up and cleaning.
That's clever.
But
People
now
who live in that neighborhood, $50 ain't shit.
I know, but now they're like, no, you don't get that $50 back, even if you show up. They took that away.
People stop coming.
I stopped going.
I wouldn't go.
Fuck no. I mean, it is like they do make it like a party. It's kind of like a block party when, the work is done at like 2, 3. It's because it starts at like fucking 6 or 7 in the morning. And at the end of the work time, like 1 o'clock or something, there's like tons of, like they have chests and chests full of beer and Mike's Hard Lemonade, and they've got hot dogs on the grill. And
Dang.
yeah, it's like a huge thing. Which I can see, like...
Have you been? Because he's never invited me, so I'm assuming we're never
He never
allowed.
invited me either.
Okay, that
I've
makes
invited you before. You just don't want to go fucking clean anything.
I'm too lazy.
sense. I'll come and clean for the free hot dogs.
I don't know if they'll let you in. Just kidding.
Let's see what they let.
Oh my God.
Just,
I'd be the only black guy there, though.
I have problems going there because when I go there, and I'll like, they used to have it set so like in the summertime, because it's gated.
Right.
So they used to have it set so that in the summertime it would just stay open for a certain amount of time during the day, like from 10 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. It would just remain open, so people wouldn't have to bring their key card or whatever. And I'd go there and I'd start fishing, and they'd say, "Hey, this is private property." I was like, "Yeah, I realize that. I live in the neighborhood, asshole." I wouldn't say that, but that's what I'd be thinking. It was really annoying because it's happened to me multiple times. I go down there and they say, "Hey, this is fucking private property."
So the neighborhood people or like cops?
Neighborhood people. There's just people who like love to be that guy. Like, "Hey, you can't be here."
We should go one day. Just me and you.
Oh yeah, I guarantee
And you
you.
go to one side and just we'll film it and just to see how people treat me.
Oh, I guarantee you, if you just like walked in and like, man, we'd have to get you like some South Pole pants just to really.
I don't have anything like that.
Fubu.
I know you. Yeah, some FUBU. That'd be perfect. I mean, I just want to make you look like as possible, like you really don't belong there, because no one in that neighborhood fucking wears FUBU.
right.
So
Get you a Walkman.
Walkman.
CD player.
Does that something black people do? Like they
I would
carry around
just
Walkman?
need-
Or just a speaker.
I would just need a
Oh, what like what's that called? What's that, Boys in the Hood? Where that guy's
box.
Yeah, D, motherfucker, D.
Well, when we went to the park that one day, someone had their big speaker.
Something like that.
All we need to be a backpack.
Yeah, but you just...
I'm going to stand out no matter what.
Yeah, and then we could do like a candid camera. Oh, I'm with Steve. Yeah, because I'm allowed to bring a guest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Actually, I'm with the guy across the lake right there, and we're just checking the neighborhood and see how racist it is. That's all I would say. And just watch the look on their faces. And that, because as it's coming out of my mouth, they're having the realization that
they're going to be processing.
I'm being fucking filmed. God damn it.
Like, excuse me?
We definitely got to do this.
Yeah.
You should just go up to somebody and ask for directions to the nearest Walmart or something.
Or something like that. Yeah. Like, I could do that.
Can you give me a ride?
Oh, so...
Oh man, the police would be.
I have a patient over by the Purina factory, the Nestle.
Oh, I-70.
Yeah, and so he's just under the underpass off of like Josie Brighton area.
Yeah.
So the other day, I used to be able to back into his alley, and he would come right out. But then someone parked their car so that I'm afraid because I've hit the fence once.
Okay.
And so they parked their car, and their car overlaps a little bit on the fence, and then they were doing construction on the front of it. So I couldn't park in the front and then I couldn't park in the back anymore. And so around the corner, at the end of his alley, there's like the Department of Water and Power has like a little substation.
Okay.
And so I went and talked to them. Hey, do you mind if I park? Because it says there's signs all over that say no parking. I just asked them, is it okay? Yeah, as long as you're not here, not during like 8 and 5, we're good. And so I just started parking there. So it was a day, it was Tuesday. I think it was the beginning of the storm, was somewhere around there. So I opened the door, turned the lights on, and getting ready for him to come out. And the fucking homeless guy. Oh, so it was raining, and I have a leak, a small leak somewhere on the back door where my degree was mounted to the wall.
Yeah,
and the water was dripping in. So I took my degree off, like I hadn't, because it was getting wet. And so I was slowly pulling the paper off. But I opened up the curtain enough so I could see the front door, so I could see when he walked up. And a homeless guy just starts walking up into the bus. And as he's like one step in, I'm like, "Can I help you?" He's, "Oh, I just need a ride, man."
Like you were the community ride service or something.
Yeah, and I understand the shuttle bus and him maybe mistaking that, but the RTDs don't have shuttle buses in that area. I'm assuming. I've never seen it. I'm in his neighborhood twice a week.
Well, I think like there's like the mental health disabled people shuttle. Looks like your bus.
Possibly. But the markings are clearly curbside chiropractic.
Right.
There's nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, and I come around to meet him and I'm like, this is not for transportation. This is actually a chiropractic clinic. He's like, I know that, but I need a ride. I'm like, fuck, like, how do I?
You better be really direct.
Yeah. So in this moment, I'm like, sir, like, this is not, I'm sorry, I can't help you. He's all right, man. And he would just do laps. And he kept walking by the door. And so from that, I've been paranoid.
Did he come back?
He wouldn't leave the area.
Oh, okay.
And he had like a poncho on, a backpack, and then like what looked like the chairs that you take to the park or to like a sporting event and that fold up and go on a little sleeve.
Yeah.
He had like something like that as well. So most of his life, I'm assuming, was on his back.
Oh, of course.
And so he would just do laps. I'm like, man, how to fuck this guy up? Because because if he walked into the bus, I would have been trapped in the back of the bus. Because the door doesn't open because it's locked, because I don't want people coming in and I don't want it to accidentally come open while I'm flying down the highway. So if he walked into the front of the bus or to the side of the bus, he would have cornered me like, what do I do? Not that I'm not afraid to handle myself, but it was one of those situations like, I don't want to be put in that situation.
Yeah, you're going to have to take care of business.
Right. And it's like, and you can't, so let's say I want to carry a gun, but you can't because I'm in Denver now. I'm in Denver County.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Even if you have a license to carry, you cannot carry a gun in Denver.
No concealed weapons in Denver County. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck, and so from that point on, I've been paranoid. Now every time the bus moves or anything, I'm like, someone trying to get in. It's the weirdest.
You could still keep a gun in the car as long as it's unloaded and the magazine is stored in a different part of the car.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you can have a gun in the car.
No, that's Lakewood though. I'm talking about Denver.
Yeah, in Denver, you can have a gun in the car as long as it's not in the front seat and the magazine is stored in a different part of the car.
I would have like a shotgun, like a sawed-off.
Yeah, it's still going to be illegal. The sawed-off shotgun is going to be illegal anywhere.
Well, I'm saying one like the snub nose with a pistol grip. Something like that.
Well,
Like
I think
I want that close range. I'm gonna splatter you all over the front of the fucking bus.
You can't just
Like a
you can't
bug.
just have like an ultra short barrel on a shotgun. Like I think legally you can't have anything like under 18 inches or something.
No, I would buy it from the store.
Oh, okay.
Of course, I'm gonna get it from Walmart, like all killers.
I think Walmart doesn't sell guns anymore.
They do them in our neighborhood.
Oh, they do? Okay. Yeah.
Maybe
well,
not the
you
one
can-
by your house because the one that's the funny thing is like people don't understand. Like you live in a baller neighborhood, but you're just right at the edge of because that Walmart by your house is nothing but minorities. I hate going there, but you know it's gonna have the good stuff if I need hair products and stuff like that because it's gonna have they cater to that.
But it's gonna be behind a piece of glass.
Yeah, everything's in the glass there. Like it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just one right up here off of
Yeah. You go to the Highlands Ranch Walmart, or not the Highlands Ranch, the
it's like bowls and
the Ken Carroll and
that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's really nice. But
yeah, that was really nice. You know, I don't go there though because I ran into my old roommate there once, and I just will not go back there.
sorry, you guys ever falling out?
Well, I was living with him when I was in a very like one of my most severe bouts of drinking when I was younger.
Okay.
I was living with him and I was drinking all the time. And I remember one time he came home and I had thrown up all over the floor right in front of the front door.
Oh, you talked about this on episode 7.
Yeah, so
you blame it on the dog.
Yeah,
That's
he came
okay,
in
that
and asked
guy.
me. He said, "What the fuck happened here?" I was like, "I fed the dog a burrito," and then he proceeded to clean up all the puke, which he never found. I don't know if he ever found out it was my puke or he just took me at my word at the time. He may have had like a moment where he recollected that and thought, "Oh, that was his puke." I don't know.
Let's take a moment to reflect on how good of a friend he was to Steve that he took his word and cleaned up. Cleaned up vomit for him.
He was really cool about a lot of things. Like I would do weird shit. Like I would come upstairs and he would like see me like trying weird shit in the kitchen. Like I had all these eggs, right? And I was like, I'm doing scrambled boiled eggs. Yeah, because
Okay.
if you take an egg and it's and you put it in a long sleeve shirt in the middle, and you twist it, and then you jerk it straight and it'll make it twist back in the opposite direction really fast. If you do that enough times, it'll actually break the yolk and mix it up inside the shell. But I'd be doing this shit at like 2 a.m.
Okay, you can do the same thing by cracking the egg open into a container.
I know, but I wanted to like boil the egg and then open it up and have it be scrambled egg.
Got you.
But yeah, like this wouldn't be
Is it
occurring.
good? Because it's probably good. I enjoy both. I like eggs,
It's just a scrambled egg. I mean,
but it's hard boiled,
yeah.
so you don't have that big chunk of yolk. I don't like the yolk in the center of a hard boiled egg, but if you mix it together, it's probably delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like eating, scrambled eggs.
Okay. When you make my prison meal, will you make some of those? Does he make them? For you?
I can make, dude. I can definitely cook up a mean tamale. I don't know.
You've only cooked for me once. And that was cookies.
Yeah, like
I don't think it was necessarily for me. It may have been for Dylan.
I just made too many, and I was like, I'll bring some to the guys.
Oh, so it wasn't.
It wasn't like I was trying to be nice for you guys,
Okay.
but it was nice for you guys.
What
Well,
kind of
delicious.
cookies? What
They
kind
were
of cookies?
those caramel.
Oh, they
Oh,
were
salted
fantastic.
caramel?
Yeah,
They're
the salted.
fantastic.
It was the same. It was the only ones I ever buy.
Yeah.
But it was yeah. So he put up with that. I remember one time I got like really drunk and like went into the fridge, and I ate all his sausages. Like he had all these frozen like kielbasa's.
She had to thaw them out. So it's not like you just went in, oh, I'm kind of hungry. You took them out of the freezer, thawed them, cooked them, gave him the finger, and threw up.
He's like, "Did you eat my kielbasa?" I was like, "That was yours." He's like, "Yeah, it was mine." I was like, "I thought it was mine." But I don't really feel too bad like about some of that stuff because when I first moved in, his dog came into my room, pissed on my mattress, and took a shit on it.
because the dog knew you were going to rat him out in the future for throwing up and shit.
I don't know.
Animals know shit.
I can't even really remember if it was me who threw up on the carpet or the dog. I know I fed the dog a big burrito.
You friends with him on Facebook? Can we call him? Can we bring him on the show? I'll have to have this conversation.
I don't know his last name.
That would be really awkward.
Because I saw him at the fucking Walmart, and I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna do this. And I like,
We'll have like a confessions episode.
I just didn't want to talk to it because like, there was nothing I could say to like, hey,
He
small
knew.
talk.
Yeah,
He knew though who he was.
I try. Like I had my beard and everything. I looked totally different, but like I was just like, walk
Eyes
this way
don't-
really fast.
The eyes don't lie.
It was.
Any guy, if he's looked down at you while you were eating the sausage, he recognizes your eyes.
He was. I don't know. I feel bad about that. I do. And and so the real problem was he put up with all that and he was fine because I was paying rent, and then I told him I was moving out like last minute. Like I gave him like 2 weeks notice. He goes, "No, you can't move out, dude. And like we were having such a good time." And then I just packed up all my shit and left one day.
Where'd you go? Back to grandma?
No, I went and moved to a different house.
He moved in with me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was
So this is when you guys first met?
Mm.
a few years in.
Okay.
We had a little separation there
Gotcha.
for a while. So.
Oh, did you meet here or did you meet in Minnesota?
We met online.
Ooh, interesting.
A webcam.
So you were a cam girl?
Chat. No. It was like a community kind of thing.
Yeah, it's called
No.
Stickcam.
Yeah.
Stick
I
cam?
don't know if it's around anymore.
I have no idea. It was
never
just
heard of it.
just like a place where you go to web chat with like random strangers.
Yeah, I don't think this stuff is even around anymore. Come here, like Yahoo Chat and AOL was like once
Yeah.
upon a time was the
Let me
jam.
look.
So was it a specific like a chat room? Like
He came to my chat room.
what was your chat room? What was
So
it
I
called?
opened up, like, you can open up your own like little chat room. So
I guess Stickam it disappeared in 2013. It was around from 2005 to 2013 apparently.
you would broadcast yourself, and then people would come into your room and talk to you.
Yeah, but there was like it was notorious for like having girls like stripping for cash. Like cuz you can
Underage.
send gifts. You can send like tokens to people, right?
Okay.
That you have to pay for with real money and that you can cash out.
So it had the potential of being like a cam girl type site, but that wasn't what it was broadcast.
Right, yeah. So like you go there and then be like, yeah, at so and so at this many tokens, I'm going to take off my top, and they'd be like dancing around and shit, and then they would do it for like half a second.
Is
So-
this from personal experience?
No, hold on. Is this why we know our numbers? Like you said, you would give a horse head for 10,000. So you know. So I'm wondering. This is how you know your price. 'Cause, well,
I just know my numbers.
so did you take your clothes off and show nipples and stuff for tokens?
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was other girls doing it, but they started locking locking that shit down. Like moderators would be like, as soon as it got to a point where they're like, yeah, I'm going to take my, it would be like all of a sudden chat ended.
Well, as soon as they had a monetary exchange, you automatically know that's where it's going.
But yeah, there would be some girls who'd be like, oh yeah, I'll do it on Skype. You just got to PayPal me first.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it got to a point where I never participated in any of that, but
I used to play Yahoo games a lot.
really,
And euchre, hearts, and spades. Euchre is my jam.
euchre.
Yeah. I was a really good spade player. Discovered euchre. Fell in love with euchre because euchre is basically spades without being able to count. So there's a lot of, you've got to pay more attention in euchre, even though it's only, you know how to play?
I've played it before. I don't recall the rules right off the top of my head
Okay.
because I've only played like 3 or 4 times ever.
Okay. But it's kind of like spades. But I really enjoy hearts because I talk a lot of shit with hearts. But
Hearts is good. Hearts,
would
it takes a little
play-
more skill than spades.
yeah, because you don't know who's trying to fuck you versus I know I can within a couple rounds I'll know how strong your hand is, but hearts you have no idea until it's too fucking late. And so I would gather friends via playing all these games, and you get a partner, and you kick ass a couple times, and you become Yahoo Instant Messenger friends. One day I logged in and a friend, never met her, never saw her, or that individual. Obviously, it's her now. And it had the link that they were live on webcam. So I click it, and she's butt naked in her recliner on the other side of the room playing with herself.
Was she good looking?
No.
Oh.
Damn.
But it was one of them right? And it's like, oh, shit. And so they're like, oh, hey, what's going on? And she blocked me and banned me and never talked to her. And that was one of the moments like, oh, I should have not been a dude.
Oh, so she had known who you were. Like, she knew you.
I don't think she knew I entered the room.
But she knew you from card games.
Right. But we'd never seen each other's faces or anything like that. It was just,
was your webcam on?
No, I've never owned a webcam.
Oh, really?
And so it was just in the messenger. So
I'll have to get you a webcam.
So I just clicked it. That's what we're using DSLR now because I don't have a webcam. Like, why would I need a webcam when I have that? And nowadays with technology, I have enough Apple devices where we could actually do this whole entire room with, like webcams. And for a really, really good one, they're like a couple $100.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
I didn't realize that because I was looking, how can I get like a 1080 at least, or maybe a 4K webcam? Ridiculous price.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like you might as well just buy a DSLR. Like what they're trying to, or just but who doesn't have a smartphone or something like that now? Because there's an app. Is it Epic or Epoch something?
There's an app where you can turn your Android into a webcam.
Yeah, there's one for Apple as well. That's before I did the DSLR, we were using my iPad to stream. Yeah, I used my cell phone to do webcam a couple of times in the beginning when we were doing the BJJ stuff. Oh, when you were trying to do Dylan in Germany. Yeah. But the colors were off. Yeah. Even with my iPad, I didn't like the colors, and I started doing because they do that automatic skin smoothing. Yeah. So they just try to make you look as beautiful as possible, and they smooth out certain colors on the spectrum. So and you don't get the depth, you can't control ISO or anything like that. So I didn't. Even the app that I got for when we were doing Nocturnal Gravy, I didn't really enjoy that. And so then once I found on YouTube that I could do use my DSLR, but then I had to use OBS, and that was the night of my gummy. I was trying to figure that out, and that because I was. I wish I would have recorded that. I should record everything I do. We can recreate it. No, I'm never. I thought you enjoyed it. I'll get you when you're not expecting it. Are you being for real, or you just no? I'm serious. No, you didn't enjoy it. The DMT was the jam, but you enjoyed it. You enjoyed it when you woke up. And then you had your after, but while binge. I was, that's too much. It was. Did it speed you up or did it slow you down? Brought me way the fuck down because I was sitting right here, and so I was trying to do a tutorial on the right monitor. The right monitor was so everybody were looking at I have 3 monitor setup in front of me, and so I was the monitor in the middle had OBS, the monitor on the left had the tutorial. No, it had the footage from my cam, so it had that. I have a Canon DSLR, so it had that footage up. So I had me on the webcam footage stream on the left. OBS was in the center, and then the tutorial was on the right. I took in the gummy, forgot about it because it took like an hour or so to kick in, right? So I took the gummy, mind my own business. Like, okay, this is dumb. Sat down, started doing the tutorial. And all of a sudden, I couldn't figure out why the tutorial kept pausing. I totally forgot the other 2 monitors. I kept trying whatever the tutorial was telling me to do, I was doing on the tutorial. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. Because every time I would touch the screen, it would freeze. So like, how the hell am I going to do this damn tutorial if it keeps pausing every time I touch it? At no point, I'm playing Neesies. Yeah. I'm a Negro is 6 way out there. Okay. And I couldn't figure out like, why is this not working? I was getting frustrated. I was getting angry. And all of a sudden, oh shit, I'm high right now. I said, I need to take my ass to the other room.
At least you're not one of those people where, I don't feel anything. And then they go and they take like a bunch of them. That I know better because I've heard those stories. Like, I got a brownie and I bit a corner of it and nothing happened. So I ate the rest of the brownie. And then an hour later, I wish I hadn't. So yeah. Well, 10 milligrams, like to an experienced user, is not a lot. Like it's a very small amount, but to someone who's never like
used it, it's a lot.
Oh yeah, Riker probably could have took a handful of those and been just fine.
Yeah, like for me, like I've been using marijuana lately, and I do 1 milligram at a time.
I think the gummies are 4 or 5. I'd have to ask. I have them if you want them. You can take them with you.
I've got plenty.
Why does anybody want them?
It's just weird. I guess we could take them.
They're sitting up there like they're in a little baggie.
I'm not gonna say no to that.
Yeah, it's not like it's.
You're not going to say no to that?
No.
It's not like it's illegal. Like we live in where it's illegal.
Yeah, it's just like.
But it was like I'm never going to do the rest. And it was so I get up. So I don't even remember getting up. I just remember I'm high. And then I'm on the couch all of a sudden. I don't remember how I got down the hall. I remember how I got to the couch. I remember I took a video of myself because I wanted to see.
I want to see that video.
I won't put it on here, but it's on my phone. And I'm like, man. I remember sitting up and my eyes were so heavy.
Yeah.
I wasn't tired. I didn't want to go to sleep, but I couldn't keep my eyes open. It's like they were just, instead of eyelids, I had bricks.
Yeah.
They were just like, what the fuck? Like almost like my forehead was caving, like just trying to collapse onto my nose and close my eyes. I'm like,
do your eyes burn? Do your eyes burn?
No.
My eyes burn every time I do it. Like I have to take
I don't think I was.
And everything.
Well, I went straight from 0 to 60 and went with 1 gummy. So I didn't have that, oh, we're getting higher. I'm going to be high for an hour. It was none of that. And so like, shit, this is way too much. So then I ended up closing my eyes, fell asleep for like an hour and a half, woke up starving.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I had Wingstop wings prior to that. And I had the fries, but the fries had the Parmesan cheese on them.
That sounds fucking
And I'd
good.
already eaten the fry. I had eaten most of the fries, so I dumped the Parmesan on top of the wings. And I was mixing them up with the sauce that was sitting at the bottom, and they were the best wings I've ever experienced in my life.
My stomach's growling right fucking.
Bro, my mouth was watering. That's what I got. And it's in that moment I realized, oh, this is what people are chasing. Because I've never experienced food. I was afraid I was going to bite my fingers off.
You know, like I never understood, like, you know, you see, like, I've seen like documentaries and I've talked to people like who are incarcerated, and like motherfuckers would like have to smoke weed and get really high before they went and did like a drive-by or something.
Bro,
I can't imagine that. It doesn't make sense.
I couldn't follow fucking instructions on a tutorial. How the hell am I going to
try by?
Yeah, like they had to get fucking ripped to go fuck somebody up.
I don't know how the fuck I got down the hall. Like
to me, it's just like, how can you get into that aggressive state of mind when you're fucking high? Like to me, I am like, that's when I feel most vulnerable, is when I'm high, and I need to like.
I couldn't have done shit to save my life.
I understand like doing PCP and going to do something like that
to amp you up.
Well, yeah, it's just, it numbs you out. Like you just, I've never done PCP, but where
would you get the motivation to go and shoot somebody after you're high?
It's
like I was going to shoot him, but I was like, I got hungry.
Maybe they're dipping the marijuana into a little bit of
mixing
PCP.
it.
Because see, I got into a big fucking altercation with this guy in the place I was staying, because he was saying Sherm. So Sherm is the street name for PCP.
Okay.
But there's this big fucking misunderstanding on what Sherm or what PCP is. People think it's embalming fluid, right? Like formaldehyde. That shit will not fucking get you high. People think that Sherm
But I had heard that you would just like soak wheat or joints in formaldehyde.
No, see, it's PCP. It's not actually formaldehyde.
Okay, see? That's what I know.
They fucking think it's formaldehyde. They think it's embalming fluid. That's just like a urban myth. And I was like, dude, fucking Sherm is PCP. It is not embalming fluid. And I'm sure there's people out there right now who are like, yeah, fucking PCP, no, embalming fluid. No.
White boy, see what he's talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Like Sherm is PCP. And it's not embalming fluid, people. If you think you're fucking smoking embalming fluid, you're fucking retarded. Not a lot of. It's hard to get fucking PCP now. I mean, I've never been able to find it here in the state. I looked at a couple of times.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I've looked for. Yeah. Oh, I did have it one time.
Good.
I did have it one time. A lot of years ago, I got a little bit in the mail, and it wasn't like I only did like a tiny bit of it, and I shared the rest, and Nothing really. It wasn't.
I've heard way too many bad stories about PCP.
I was just like,
I got
man,
a good friend.
That sounds amazing. Is when people are like, it's the Superman drug. You fucking get retard strength when you do it, and you fucking, it's like it numbs you out. The only times I ever heard anything bad about it was after I had done it, and I hadn't done enough to get the effects like people were getting, like when they had these horror stories. Like I did a minuscule amount.
Okay.
It was just enough to get me like a little bit like buzzed. But like when people are like dipping it into like the liquid form of it and smoking it, they're getting like wrecked.
Well, I had a friend that
it's like it slows down time for people.
We grew up together when I would go and visit my dad and stepmom, and he got high on PCP, and they found him butt naked downtown Des Moines in a fountain because he was hot. Oof. And he hasn't been right since. Last I knew, he was perfectly fine.
He must have got some bad shit.
He lives with his parents now. Like that's where his life took a turn.
He got some bad shit.
And we're the same age.
I'm guessing he got some bad shit.
Right. But I mean, to me, and it's funny because we were talking about this either today or last night, I can't remember. Like, I know heroin's bad. I know
the drug itself isn't bad.
But the stories and people that I've experienced that have...
A substance can't be bad.
Well, anything in moderation. If you drink too much water, you can saturate and die. Like, your heart will stop beating. Again, I get everything in moderation. But at the same time, like you grow up and I see things and things that I've experienced that become part of who I am. It's like, okay, I would never do that because of this.
Yeah, sure.
And going down, like getting into a car accident and like your story, totally different. But I know tons of people I grew up with didn't have that. They just, I'm going to try crack one day. And next thing you know, they're cracked out, teeth falling out of their head, stuff like that. So like I use that as an experience. And I'm sure the reason the drugs are still around and have lasted as long as they have, because there's, 1,000 people who have an amazing experience. And then 1 out of that 1,000 has the worst experience of their life, overdoses, this, whatever. But to me, I've never understood walking the line in the first place. And the only reason I tried the gummy was right around the whole George Floyd thing and all. Like that was when all of a sudden America was really, really starting to wake up. That racism.
How long ago was that? George Floyd. It feels
March.
Was it that long ago? Oh,
it was right around the COVID. Everything was kind of happened at once.
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, none of the people were wearing masks in the video, so I don't know. It feels like it was more recent. It just feels like it wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, I think we just came out of summer. The summer moves faster than the rest of the world.
True.
Let me see. But it was like during all that, and then like all of a sudden now, like white America was realizing, oh wow, black people kind of maybe have it bad. Like motherfucker, we've been saying this for decades. And you're just now all of a sudden now that you see it, because before you didn't see it.
Yeah,
it was my word against.
When you got Tucker Carlson on Fox News saying, this is horrible, I can't believe this, then you know you got a problem.
Right.
Yeah, because they never side with black people.
It was May 25th.
May 25th. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so it wasn't that long ago. It was kind of when we were coming out of the whole COVID stuff. I knew we weren't in that COVID.
You know Tucker Carlson is, right?
Yeah, Fox News.
Yeah.
I watched Fox, MSNBC, and CNN because I hate people. You only watch one news. That's why you're the way you are. No, I watch it all. I
watch it all.
I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
You go to Fox, all it is bootlicking or they don't cover it at all. Then you go over to CNN and it's like, holy shit, this is a horrible individual. Why someone's like someone's lying, or they'll spin it or twist it. And so I try to take a step back. I'm like, okay, let me try to look at this from an outside point of view. But anyway, the George Floyd thing, I'm like, wow, like he just kneeled on this man's neck for almost 9 minutes. Gave zero fucks.
That's a hell of a way to go.
And then all of a sudden, everybody's like, oh my God, this has been happening all this time. Why are we not doing anything? And all of a sudden, these younger generations, like if you watch the riots and the protests, it's mostly white people. Mm-hmm. And in that moment, I'm like, wow, they see me all of a sudden. Like they see us. They see what we're going through. And
they see us.
And the bullshit. And so like the struggle, and that's why with the DMT didn't, that's where my mind was. I didn't want to try DMT again with that mindset. Mm-hmm. Because the dark shit that was floating around in here, I didn't want to go in there and hang out with that individual.
No, I get it.
And so that was the night that I didn't do it that night. And so then that's why the gummy was my experience. Like man, I've got to I got to do something because the where my mind was going and the shit that I was experiencing as far as just the stress of it all. I need like, well, let me try. I have some gummies because he'd give me gummies and some stuff just because of the peer pressure. I just had them. It's like one of those, oh, they're always there if I ever need them. And so I'm gonna go ahead and try one.
Okay.
I tried a half of one. Actually, I tried 2 different halves prior to this time, and both times I fell asleep before it kicked in, but never experienced anything.
Okay.
And so I've actually taken 2 gummies. The first one, 2 halves at a time, fell asleep. I probably had some dope ass sleep, but I sleep well anyway because I appreciate sleep. And then the one I took the whole one. Like, the first half didn't do nothing for me. Like, let me go ahead and take a whole one. I mean, oh shit, never doing this again. And so because I'm 45 years old, 44 at the time I did something like that. Had I tried it maybe younger, peer pressure would have maybe walked me through it. But I had such
I've never really enjoyed
crazy.
I've never really enjoyed it. The high is just bizarre. Like to me, a marijuana high is just, it makes me feel very vulnerable, and it makes me like dial in on like things that are going wrong in my life. But it also helps me relax, and it keeps my thinking straight. Like it keeps my moral compass pointed in the right direction for some reason. I don't know why, but it just makes me a more moral person.
Good for you. Whatever.
It's the paranoia, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's got to be the paranoia. I get severe paranoia on the ship. I'm not like getting ripped. Like it's not something I do.
To me, I think you can only get so high. I don't see. I think once your receptors saturate, you can't get any higher. So it's.
I don't know. I've gotten so high that I've passed out before. That was my first time getting high, and it was a nightmare for me. I thought getting high on weed was going to be like getting drunk. Like I thought it was going to be like, because that was my only like experience in my altered states of consciousness. Okay. Was my first experience was getting drunk, and that happened when I was like 14. I had gotten this daiquiri. I gotten a magic bullet. You know what a magic bullet is, right? Fucking tiny little blender. So.
Oh, okay. I was thinking silver bullet, like beer or something.
No. Magic bullet is like a blender, and so I was making. I had gotten some shit. I had gotten a magic bullet, and I was like into making at the time virgin daiquiris and shit. So I had all this strawberry daiquiri mix, and I was like, I'm gonna tap into the fucking liquor cabinet today. Got the ice, the daiquiri mix, and I was fucking like dumping fucking Everclear in there.
You never drank before this?
No, like I'd had sips of like my mom's beer and shit like that. Right. And yeah, and so I was like pouring. Yeah, I didn't have a concept of what like percentage each alcohol was or what a proof was.
Yeah, 14.
I was just like, fucking alcohol is alcohol. So I was like dumping Everclear in there. I was dumping whiskey in there. And like slamming the shit. And then next thing I know, I was fucked up. I was like puking. I was calling my friends. I was like, I'm too drunk. I need to call an ambulance. I was like, don't call an ambulance. Do not call an ambulance. I was like, I hate this. Like, take a cold shower. And then I went and took a cold shower and I passed out. And then like my grandma woke me up like an hour later and I was like still fucked up. She's like, we need to go to the mall. Let's go. And I was like, oh my God. It was horrible. But I knew at that moment, I was like, I love this feeling. Even though it was bad, I loved it.
That blows my mind. And so there with my gummy experience, I didn't have anything like you had it at 14, had a horrible experience. Let me try it again. Let me keep trying. And you keep trying. It gets easier along the way.
Well, that's how it was with drinking. But I thought I thought that's what getting high on marijuana was going to be like, was like getting drunk. Because I was just like, okay, getting drunk is like this. Getting high is probably something similar. Like, because I didn't understand how a high could be different. I didn't.
So how were you the first time you got high?
I was 15, and it was on 420. And I went.
Of course it was. Was it legal by then?
No, this was in 2005.
Okay. When did it become legal? Like 2009, something like that?
No, like 2000.
No, like I'm supposed to know this.
2012 or 13.
Yeah, something like that. No, I think it's 2014.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And so, anyways, I knew all these guys, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna be getting fucking really high. And so we went to this guy's house, and he's rolling this huge fucking blunt. And
2014.
I was just thinking like, wow, that looks really interesting, and it smells very pungent. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. As with all these guys, like I barely knew. They were just bringing me along because I was like, I've never gotten high. I want to get fucking high. They're like, all right, yeah, we love to fucking get people high, pretty much. So we went and we got this guy. There was 5 of us in this tiny black Jeep Wrangler, like a 2-door, like back seat was tiny. There's 3 of us crammed into the back seat, 2 guys in the front seat, and I was just. Yeah, it was a black Jeep. I was wearing black corduroys, a black sweater, and it was like 90 degrees out.
So this is like your devil worshipping years?
Just prior to that.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and I was hot as fuck. Everything was hot as fuck. We were parked in the sun, and I was just like, we started smoking it and passing it around. And I was like, taking like deep fucking Snoop Dogg fucking hits, like, yeah.
So you already been smoking cigarettes by this time.
Yeah. So I knew how to inhale and all this shit. And like one guy's like, yeah, fucking Steve-O, he knows how to fucking smoke this shit. Fuck yeah. And I was like, hell yeah, I know how to smoke this shit. Yeah. And I was like, taking these deep fucking lungfuls. And I was like, I don't feel shit. Because the other guy's like, are you high yet? I was like, I don't feel a fucking thing. Yeah, you better pass it around again. I was like, and all of a sudden it was like, bam! And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I need to get out. I need to get out now. And they're like, no, dude, we're hotboxing the shit. We're hotboxing it. We're going to get higher. We're going to breathe in all the smoke in the fucking car. And I was like, fuck. I need out now. And like, I was just like, I passed out for a second. I woke up and I was like, let me out or I'm going to puke. They're like, oh, get him out. Get him out. And I went and like, I tried to like jump, like I was in the back seat, and to get out the guy in the front, I had to like lean the front seat forward, you know? And I didn't want to wait for him. So I tried to like dive out the little crack between the seat
right
and the frame of the car. And I fell and like, I was like, it was like a second birth. I was like, like I was leaving the womb and I remember just thinking, oh my God. And I was like, I'm ready to go home because this guy didn't live too far from me. And so we all piled back in the car, and I could tell I'm killing everybody else's high because everyone's like silent. I'm like, dude, this is fucking crazy. And like we were driving down the block, and there was a guy crossing the street. And weed, when you're really high, it fucks with your depth perception. And I was like, oh shit, you're gonna hit this guy. And we're like a block away, going like 10 miles an hour. And I was like, ah! And then he's like, dude, everything's fine. I'm not gonna hit the guy. And we get back to his house, and my backpack, which I had left like in his front yard, was gone. I was like, someone stole my fucking backpack. And he was like, no, I'll go get it. My dad probably just put it somewhere. I was like, oh my God, his dad knows. And then he went and got my backpack. He came back. I was like, yeah, everything's fine. I was like, oh my God. Okay. And then they took me home, and I was like walking around the house, like, and I remember like the weed made me more sensitive, like in every sense. And I was like, man, I can feel like my pants in my groin. And I thought I was like, this is so weird. Why can't I feel this? And I was just like, it's not that I couldn't feel it before. It's just that I was like cognizant to the sensation of like my pants rubbing on my inner thigh. It made me feel like really uncomfortable. So I had to go change pants. And then I was like eating.
Show me on Dr. Westbrook where your pants were touching you.
I remember like going to the kitchen and like, I don't even know if they make them anymore, but they were called Michelinas. They're like these frozen like dollar meals. And they would be like
TV dinner type thing?
Yeah. And I made like 3 of them because I got so hungry. I got the munchies. And I was like eating, and I was like, I don't know why I did this to myself. I always do this to myself. I was like shaming myself as I was eating like pasta after pasta after pasta of this stuff. It was horrible. And after that, I didn't smoke weed for the longest time. I think the next time I smoked weed, I was like senior year in high school, and this guy in our neighborhood up in this small town in Michigan was so I was dating this girl, it's totally bizarre to me now as it is then. So this girl and her parents like would get together and smoke weed together. And at the time, my dad was so like gung ho anti-drug that it was just so like such a foreign concept to be like, you're smoking weed with your parents? What kind of fucking parents are these?
Chicks I've dated in the past would smoke weed with my parents.
And so, well, to me, like I'd never seen that. I didn't know that it was possible.
Right.
And so we all sat down before some type of school function. And we were all like passing joints around, like all of us and her parents. And I was just, they were like turning on like music. But he grew like this really like, it was very weak. It's not potent, like just swag, what we call it.
Okay.
And so he was growing in his backyard. And so like I was able to like take big hits of it and not really get high. So it was like really mellow. And I was like, yeah, this is good. This is good. And then that's the first time I ever enjoyed it. It was like when it was just a very mellow feeling.
Right. And I assume that if, if I'd have crept into it, I may have had a different experience. But nowadays, like
it's hard to get bad
ditchweed was right. That's what I'm saying. Like ditchweed was a thing when I was a kid. I was going, oh, that's trash. Now everything's we're in Colorado, so there's a good chance that any weed I get from anybody here is going to be top shelf shit.
Yeah, you can't find bad weed here. There's no such thing as swag anymore.
Right.
I mean, there was one time I had some fucking cartel brickweed. One time, and that it was okay, but it was nasty. Like it was like a rock. I had to put it in my grinder and grind it up because they fucking compress it into bricks and
just trying to get it across the border.
Yeah, so I had this brickweed, and that was years and years ago. I don't even know if you can find that shit around here anymore. I know that there was like an issue where the cartel was starting their own dispensaries here.
Interesting. Because I guess that they would allow them to cross the. They could probably be bringing it in at that point, right?
I don't know what they were doing, but I remember.
I really don't know the laws. I just know that I can grow. Can we have like 5 plants a person or something like that?
I think it's like 15.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's a hefty amount.
I only know one person that grows. So
I was thinking about doing it. I would love to get into a position where like I could grow, like get into like a legit grow op, and just work there. I know that to do that you have to go and take like
a card.
Yeah, you have to have some type of training. Like you have to go take a class to work in the marijuana industry. So it's not like anybody can just go and work there. Right. You have to, and I'm
Which
not
is good that it's regulated because you're gonna have weird ass people showing up and trying to get high.
Yeah, like I want to trim some bud and just get yeah. But because I think that'd be great for me. I mean, just because like weed is not like really my thing, so I could work around it and not like be totally obsessed by it.
Right.
Now, like if I were working in a brewery, that could be a problem because I would start dipping into it, and who knows?
It's right there, and it's encouraged. Like, can you drink a couple per hour, something like that, at a brewery? I know there was a big thing going around.
Really, I have no idea. I mean,
you can drink on the job, but it has to be moderated.
Really?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Just hang on and stop people. It's right there. It's all around.
Yeah. So something I always intended to do was to tour the brewery before I quit drinking, but I never got. I did go down there once, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we only do tours." Breckenridge Brewery only does tours like a couple days a week at certain times.
I just go to Coors. It's like right down the street.
Don't tell them that.
Oh, sorry.
Well, because I was never really interested. I was never into Coors. I don't like the taste of it. I'm not like Silver Bullet banquet beer. Bah, I don't like it. I don't like Budweiser either. Tastes like dog shit. If I'm going to drink a cheap beer, it's going to be fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's the best cheap beer, in my opinion.
I think that's what Jeff drinks. Every time he's on Instagram, he's drinking.
It's cheap, and it tastes decent.
Yeah, because he was like 18 cans for like $3-4.
I don't know if it's that fucking cheap. I don't know if it's that fucking cheap, but you can get a fucking 12-pack for like under $10, I think. Which is good. I mean, compared to all the micro brews that are out there and the other independent breweries that are out there that charge, $10, $12, $13 for a 6-pack.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
There's some of them that are worth it, but not a lot. Breckenridge Brewery does some good stuff. Another one I like is called I can't remember. I think it's like Odell's Brewery. I think they do one called Easy Street Wheat. I liked wheat beers. Wheat. I don't know why, but
the dark ones.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
It's I can't. There's only a couple dark beers that I can do, and a lot of them are not. A lot of dark beers are just too heavy for me. I like Guinness, but it's got a real mild flavor, kind of smoky, nutty. It's actually quite nice. And there's another one called it's a milk stout. I think it's by Left Hand Brewery. It's a milk stout. It is creamy. I don't know. I don't think they put milk in it.
Sounds gross, but
yeah, it's called a milk stout. It's dark. It's dark as hell, and it's really good. And they do a nitro version of that too.
Yeah, that's the first thing that popped up was milk stout nitro. Breckenridge Brewery, Nitro Irish Stout.
Oh, so it's Breckenridge.
No.
Left Hand.
Well, they have the Nitro Irish Stout is Breckenridge, but Left Hand has the milk stout nitro. Yeah,
the milk stout. So it's good, but those are like the only two dark beers I can do. Like Guinness has some other dark beers that they make. I can't stomach them. I can only do their original.
I remember drinking, like my grandpa would give me Pabst, but so once upon a time Pabst was the beer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what all he would drink. But it's so disgusting. Like, I never understood.
It's an acquired taste, for sure.
Yeah, like and I guess what I don't understand a lot with that too. When you first drink it, it's disgusting. What tells you now we gotta keep drinking this until we enjoy it? Like how many dicks you need to suck before you realize I'm not gay?
Well, a dick
Great
doesn't
analogy.
get you drunk. Sucking dick doesn't get you drunk, as far as I know.
You never been drunk off dick?
Not yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, just drinking from an alcoholic standpoint, it's the fact that even though I was sick, the fact that I was drunk made me not care that I was sick. It made me not care about anything. I lost all my
That's what I assume, because you're the people that
I lost all my worries. Like that's the reason I kept going back to it.
But in the moment, though, not like after. You still
yeah. I mean, when I sober up, all your problems are still there.
Right.
But it made me forget about those problems or not care about those problems. And that's what I loved about it. That's what I still love about it. That's why I can't drink.
And I get that because that's what led to the gummy experience. It was like I just needed to turn it off.
Yeah.
I needed something. I know I didn't want to drink, so that's not my thing. And I had gummies. They were there. So technically I gave in to peer pressure. I just took them just to be nice, but I couldn't throw them away because they were purchased and they were given to me with love and peer pressure.
No, I get it.
When then I completely understand wanting that to go away.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also understand it's going to be there when I come back. And do I want to add problems to that?
I just want
to what's already happening in my life.
Well, I knew I liked getting drunk.
But you've been drinking since 14. That's
right.
That's part of your childhood. Like I listen to 80s music because that was my childhood. I truly enjoy 80s music. I'm probably on a level you maybe enjoy drinking because it takes you back to a simpler time and when life was easy and you didn't have all the stressors in your life.
Sure, I never really looked that deep into it. I mean, the fact that I started so young, it's kind of like the nostalgia of it. I don't know. But it was, I don't know, something I enjoyed, still enjoy, would enjoy it. I can guarantee you I would enjoy it now, even though I know it's bad for me.
Right.
It's just one of those things.
No, I think the consequences hopefully outweigh.
Yeah, I know I can't drink. That's like even this summer, where I had some slips with other stuff. I knew I still couldn't drink, but I've still been sober from alcohol for. Actually, today's my 2-year anniversary sobriety date from alcohol.
Nice.
2 years, no drinking.
Good for you.
Yeah, September 11th.
Still party.
No. Yeah. Yeah. So it's one of those things. Like I know I can't drink, and what pisses me off is my therapist told me that once we're done with therapy and I've like kind of got all my issues under control, that I could drink like a normal person.
Why would she say that?
It's a he,
or he.
Yeah.
That confuses me too.
Yeah.
So.
He told me that. He told me that I could drink like a normal person eventually. And I was like, I held on to that for a while. I was like, wow. That's like all I've ever wanted. I mean, as an alcoholic, one of the main things an alcoholic wants is to be able to drink like everybody else.
But I've never met a person in my life that was like, I used to be an alcoholic. I used to drink a lot, and then I got back to normal, and I just enjoyed it. Like that, I've never.
I know, neither have I. And so I was like, wow. And I've come to a point in my sobriety where I think there's no fucking way I could ever do that. I mean, at least I can't imagine a version of myself that could just drink and be like, I'll put it down, take it back up. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just gonna have one, just because it's Dave's barbecue,
right?
And then I'll put it down because I know I'm gonna have to drive later. I mean, I just can't picture that. But I held on to that for a while. I was like, man, maybe once I accomplish this or accomplish that, I'll reward myself with a real drink, and I'll be able to handle it and just pick it up and put it down like everybody else.
That's what it would do. The day you enter hospice, you can get drunk. Use that as a goal.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good goal. But at that point, if I'm going into hospice, I want way better shit than fucking alcohol.
Right, but it's like where do you put? Oh, if I just do this, I do. Because I'm that type of person too. Like because of my brain injury, I have issues with short-term gratification.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or not. Sorry, I have issues with long-term. I need it now. It's hard for me to latch onto the future.
That's exactly how an addict is. Instant gratification.
And so getting my degree was like, I wanted to quit every single day, but I had to put little tiny goals. Let's get this. That's why I started community college and worked my way up.
Yeah.
Because it seemed so far away to start. And so I think if you can but then I reached that point, and now like life kind of sucked afterwards. I'm just now like, and then the George Floyd, but like once I graduated, it's like, fuck, now what? Like, shit.
Well,
so like, don't put a goal. My point was, don't put a goal like, oh, if I can just do this, I'll be okay. So.
Well, yeah, I've given up on that. I mean, especially after this last summer where I thought like I had everything under control.
What I can do, if you feel the need to drink again, I'll let the hair on my balls grow back out. I will soak my nuts in beer, and then you can just suckle. That's
what Jesus had to do.
What?
Suck beer off another guy's balls.
No. What he had to suckle vinegar. He had to suck vinegar out of like a sponge when he was on the cross.
Oh.
But same concept.
Same concept. Okay.
I'm likening myself to the Savior.
But I'm just saying I would do that for you. So like, man, I don't want to do it that bad. Because if you do it now.
What kind of beer?
It's up to you.
Okay. Wow. Well, at least you give me that.
Yeah. I'm a team player.
Well, I'll keep that offer in mind just in case I ever get ultra thirsty. I'll show up here with a big bottle of beer and say, "Are you ready?"
Some lube.
What do I need the lube for?
I don't know.
What the fuck are you?
No one's getting fucked.
What kind of parties you going to?
I'm just sucking beer off his nuts. There's no fucking
dick over here.
Yeah, there's no fucking going on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa.
What is that noise?
What was that noise?
I accidentally pulled out the USB thing for my mouse.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I had sounds muted on here.
That's okay. We're at 2 hours, so.
All right, yeah, we can wrap it up. No sounds.
Yeah, because where do we go from Jenny's lube comment?
Yeah, it's tough to go to really eclipse
Did
that.
I create some kind of awkwardness?
Because it went from me soaking my nuts in his beer of choice, which I'm assuming is going to be a left-hand milk stout.
So yeah, I'll suck beer off his nuts while I butt fuck you. And that's what we need the lube for.
Just the logistics of all that would be.
Oh my gosh!
You're gonna have to stand on the table, like, man, like you're gonna have to stand on like a table, and I'm gonna have to be.
You can draw that up.
Yeah.
I'll be backwards, and you'll be on the table. I'll be underneath your.
So she has to ride.
Yeah, so you'll be standing on the table, facing that way, and I'll be facing that way, but my head will be underneath your legs, and she'll be squatting on me over here.
Do you want me to face you?
I don't care where you face. It's going to be the same either way for me.
Well, I guess it comes down.
I guess no. Maybe you face this way because your shaft.
Because it comes down.
Because if you're facing that way, your shaft is going to be drooping over my eyes. I don't want that. I'd rather have it drooping over my chin.
That's where I was going. But then it comes down to Jenny. Do you mind me watching?
Well, she's going to be facing the wall.
I never care.
She's going to reverse cowgirl.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I really enjoy my ball suck, so it's one of the things I may have to lean forward on and hold her shoulders.
Okay. You can help.
Because I don't know how thirsty you're gonna be.
But I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about.
Squatting.
I don't know how I feel about you fucking me with her. Because that's what it's gonna be. You're gonna be like pushing her.
I'm just there for oral support.
You're gonna be pushing her. So like, is it her fucking me or is it you fucking me with her?
I see what you're saying.
Are you using her butthole to fuck me?
Oh, almost like a fleshlight.
Yes.
No,
I mean, not that you're not a person.
Okay.
I don't mean to take away your humanity.
Yeah, well, in that moment,
I think we've gone past that.
But you haven't lost your humanity.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't want to take
who's
that away.
holding the belt?
The belt?
Yeah, we're gonna kill two birds with one stone. We're gonna do the audio.
What belt?
Who's
For
gonna
the audio asphyxiation or autoerotic.
Oh, okay.
If we're gonna do it, let's do it because we're filming this for.
Put
Well,
like a
you know what
bag
we'll
over
do?
your head?
You know what we'll do is
the first couple episodes we talked about the belt around the neck.
yeah. So
No.
we'll get a piece of rope and we'll do a slip knot around my neck, and at the other end is a brick, and we'll loop the brick over the top of one of these lights, and it'll just hang. And if I need to, I can just untie it if it gets too much. Or maybe not. You just have to watch me. You'll have to watch me and make sure I'm not dead. And if I am dying, lift up the brick.
Yes,
Because you'll be right next to it.
and we can do like a ruler line on your chest, and so I can measure because I'm gonna have to touch myself, and then we'll measure my semen squirt.
Your semen squirt. Why are you coming?
First of all, I'm watching 3D porn. I don't get my balls sucked. There's no way that I'm not just gonna sit there and.
All right. Well,
When in
I don't
Rome.
want to like have a fucking the long jump for your cum on my chest.
I'm pretty sure in that scenario, it's hitting Jenny in the back of her head. Like, there's no way it's not. I'm not.
Well, you got a shower cap she can borrow.
I do. The one we used for.
It's somewhere around here.
Yeah.
You can wear a shower cap.
You could come to that. Me wearing a shower cap.
It's not that. It's the ball sucking that's really getting me excited.
Oh, okay.
God.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter that it's from a man.
And I'm sure. No, because I'm staring at Jenny's back. In
Okay.
that moment, I'm. Okay, first of all, you're the one sucking my nuts. So you're.
But I'm doing it not for pleasure, but because I am an addict to my core, and you're using me.
Yeah, it's not
You're
gay.
using me for a ball sucking
No.
because I want to drink so bad. That is like low.
But in the moment,
In the moment,
the hedonistic, I think, part of everybody comes out.
okay. I don't think I'll ever want to get drunk that bad.
Right, and that was the whole point of the conversation. Was if you want to drink it that bad, I got you.
Yeah, it's
And we'll get on-
it's like just imagining it all is traumatic. Traumatic.
I will leave the state when you guys plan this out. Just leave the state.
No,
She's gonna leave the
she's
state.
gonna bail
Yeah,
on
then
you.
you can have some privacy.
Why are you leaving us?
I don't want to get fucked in the ass.
You're the only thing that makes it less gay.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just me sucking his balls.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
We'll get an escort
Yeah, at least.
there you go.
or multiple escorts. Maybe I'll have an escort suck the beer off your balls and just spit it into my mouth.
Like felching or whatever that is.
Belch?
Swapping.
Swapping?
The Asians call it.
Swapping, like from
She's
transferring her whatever's in her mouth into your mouth. Is called,
snowballing. Felching is when you suck it out of someone's ass and put it and spit it in their mouth.
that's even better. You should do.
Oh my God.
I'm not sucking cum out of your ass.
No, not-
Not from another state.
Uh,
Snowballing is where, like, I would come in your mouth and you spit it in hers, or vice versa. I'm not picky. It'd be easier if you're sucking on my balls. It won't last as long, I'm assuming. But it's called snowballing.
Snowballing. Well, I'm glad we got the terminology correct, because that's what's important.
Of course, they would sound like idiots otherwise. All right, then.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll end on that. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming in to view another episode of the Wearded Beirdos. And
thanks to Jeff the Drunk.
Jeff the Drunk, who wasn't drunk. He was just severely disabled for today.
Yeah.
Which is not as exciting as I thought it would be.
Well, a lot of it, his quality of his audio would go in and out.
Yeah. You could tell he was on a bad connection.
He originally wanted to just call in. Well, he thought he was just going to call in. But then you made the comment, well, how do we know it's Jeff the Drunk if he's not live? Some people, there's people that are more willing to call in versus that, but I think the visual for this show helps.
I still haven't gotten anybody to respond to my my prison letters, my prison emails.
Well, it might take a while because they got to print it out and then they got to write you.
Well, they don't have to print it out. It comes. There's a kiosk where it's like a little computer.
Right, but they can't send you back from there, right? They have to send
I don't know. That's the way it was in Colorado. I don't know if that's the way it is in Texas, which is where I send my emails.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is, I didn't want to put my home address as a return address in any of those emails. So I'm going to go get a post office box.
Gotcha.
And then I'll list the post office box as
it wouldn't hurt to get a Wearded Beirdos or post office box anyway, just in general.
Yeah, we can use it for whatever.
That'd be interesting to see what.
I don't know how much a post office box costs, but it can't be much.
The small one's like $30 a quarter or something like that. It's not ridiculous.
$30 a quarter?
It's not ridiculous.
What's it? What's $30?
Like 3 months.
Oh, okay. Quarter of the year.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It goes off of size.
Yeah, I just need one that holds letters.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know. Maybe down the road we can get one that holds packages if somebody wants to send us something interesting.
Yeah, but I'm sure we can pick it up regardless. I think if we're going to have constant bulk mail, they may charge us extra. But if
they could just put a package to the side.
Yeah, just give us a little piece of paper. We go get it. We just have to check it during. Anyway, man, we didn't get to the binges. I really wanted to discuss. Do you watch the new episodes of Raised by Wolves?
We watched episode 4. We didn't get into 5.
Okay, 5 is,
which is crazy that they release in like spurts like that. Did they release 3 more?
They released 2. There was 3, 2, and the next week they're going to do 2 more. I think from this point on they're doing 2 and 2 because I looked it up because I wanted to see when it's going to end.
What did you think of the show?
See, you haven't seen episode 5. Episode 5 is Mother's Origin.
Oh, okay.
Like it changes.
How do you feel about Father?
Everything. Father's kind of a bitch.
He is a little bit of a bitch.
I understand why, but we thought Mother was too, until she became the necromancer, and they're like, holy shit, she's gangster.
Yeah.
Because she was wounded and dying, and all of a sudden she chromed or bronzed out, and then she's been cool ever since, and this has never been discussed again. Like, but I don't know.
She does what needs to be done.
Right.
I mean, just how do you feel about Father as a black man? It's just
kind of blue eyes.
He's British though.
So yeah. It doesn't.
I mean,
count.
I like
black people from Britain don't count.
No. They haven't struggled. They're not,
really?
The cops aren't choking them in the streets.
I think they are. I think I saw a few things on Vice News where they're.
I think.
Yeah, they're getting.
Well, I'm gonna fact check you on that. It might be something new. Like it's the end thing. You know how people from the rest of the country want to keep up with America.
Yeah.
Americans they're killing blacks. We should start doing that here.
Well, after the whole George Floyd thing, they were putting out footage of like places around the world that were doing the same kind of riots.
Yeah,
and I think British or England was one of them.
But they were rioting not for us, not because for black people in general. It wasn't because people were getting killed over there. I don't think.
Oh,
I don't know. So Australia was big. They had a big old riot.
I think I don't know if there was because of black people. I know that there's been a lot of footage released of police brutality over there. I don't know if it's specifically directed at black people or if it's just police brutality in general.
But there's less guns over there, so the less threat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because guns are illegal.
Right. So I would assume that most cops could handle themselves. So it's going to be a different encounter.
Yeah, but like some of the footage I've seen, like this woman just beat the shit out of this woman. Oh, there's an Asian lady. Just beat the shit out of her. Dropping knees on her while she's like on the ground.
Cop versus a perpetrator?
Yeah.
Oh, or guilty to.
There was a a welfare call made for this Asian woman who was just apparently really tired and just not answering the phone. But the cop said she was high on drugs and combative, and so it showed her like drag her out into the hallway from the point.
But she still, this is in the UK, right? Overseas, but she still had the opportunity to defend herself. There's no defense against getting shot in the head, or if you were being handcuffed and kneel like the new guy that was have to put the bag over his head.
I see that.
That's the new. It happened back in March. So a brother. I can't think of the guy's name. I'm sorry for that. The brother called because I think he was high on PCP. So the brother called to have him come and check out because they wanted to hurt himself. He's butt naked running around the streets and it's snowing.
Right.
So I want to say it's up north somewhere. I can't remember where the hell. Maybe New York.
Okay.
Either way, there was snow falling in the cameras, like in March.
Yeah.
And the cops show up and they walk up on him, lay face down, put your hands behind your back. He's like, yes, sir. He lays face down, puts his hands behind his back. And the next thing you know, I don't see the footage where he's spitting, but they put the spit bag over his head.
Yeah, the spit mask.
And so, okay, he's butt naked. It's snowing, and it's up north. He wants to get off the ground. So when they tell him not to, he goes to get their head. They tell him not to. They hold him down. One cop in the footage you see, he takes the left hand, balls up the mask around his neck, takes his other hand, and just basically giving him a blood choke. And then presses his whole body up like a push-up position and holds him down for 2 minutes. He died. They took him off life support like 7 days later.
Damn.
Yeah. And so, all because his brother called to make sure he was okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much happened to this Asian woman. She was handcuffed.
Yeah,
and
this guy was handcuffed too.
Yeah, she was handcuffed. She was laying on the floor, and the cop was like dropping knees onto her. And so I know that and a few other instances. I don't know if any of it was directed at black people.
To me, if you're handcuffed, anything you do to a person that's handcuffed should be an automatic fired and charges brought upon you. Yeah. At that point, you're taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah, you can't defend yourself with your hands behind your back.
Yeah, because anybody who's a threat to you with cuffs on was a huge threat before you put those cuffs on. So it's not like all of a sudden he went wild after I cuffed him and started beating my ass. So like I don't know, it's weird how shit like that goes down. Once you're cuffed, yeah, it should have been automatic felony. There needs to be a certain charge for police officers that go above and beyond. Once you've subdued and cuffed this person, that's your job.
Yeah, I was reading this thing where there was a law student who was saying, how is it that I have to study for 8 years to defend the law, but you don't have to study at all?
6 months.
Yeah, to
uphold it.
Yeah, to enforce it or whatever. That makes no sense. And I was just like, wow, that's a really good point. How is it that lawyers have to go to school for 8 fucking years, but cops, they don't have to go
and they have to have
type of degree.
A license to practice that could be taken away if you fuck up. If you don't do it correctly, that license goes away. And they have malpractice insurance. So I have two documents. I have malpractice insurance. I have my license to practice that can be taken away. I can't practice with just one.
Yeah.
If I lose one, the other one's gone by default.
Right.
That's the world I live in. But a police officer, they have post certification, and then they get in trouble here. There's no governing body is like, okay, this cop did this, this, and this, and this. Here's his record. Your record doesn't follow you. You can just go to another jurisdiction in another state and get hired and move on about your business.
Wow.
No accountability. That's where people are complaining. There's no accountability.
Right.
Because like the guy who killed George Floyd had like 18 complaints and 3 of them were still open for excessive force.
I wonder if he made bail, because I bet his bail was set.
I don't think any of them are out. Where are you going to go? I think it'd be very dangerous. You're safer in jail.
Yeah, he's definitely in the 23-1.
Yeah.
Not doing shit.
He's probably getting a little extra privilege and stuff like that because of who he is, but at the same time, you're not in general population. There's no way.
No, he's reading for most of his day.
Cock meat sandwich.
Yeah.
Right, so for next week, I have a guest that we were going to do last week.
Yeah.
Hopefully for next week.
Who's that?
It's a lesbian couple.
Oh.
And they should do porn together.
What do they look like? I mean, not that it's important. But that's the first thing that comes to mind.
How do I say it? Man.
Is it midget porn?
No. There's 2 lesbian girls.
Well, yeah.
She used to be
they
straight,
can be
but
midgets.
I think she's been to prison for DUI. She was going to med school. Something happened. Like, so her life was up here. She fucked up and then bam. And then so she's been to prison and all that stuff and was in med school for a while, has been to prison. And now she's married to a man before. Now she's lesbian. And
that makes me think of, have you seen Mindhunters?
No, I didn't really.
That is one of the shows you really need to check out on Netflix.
Okay. And I'm still trying to get the guy from the Netflix show.
Oh, yeah.
Dale something.
Dale, yeah. Fucking. Have you watched any of the episodes yet?
I've watched them all. Yeah. Okay. I reached out after that. I was like, okay, maybe we can talk to this guy. So
he looks like a guy we could find on Facebook.
I already had my conversation. He just hasn't gotten back to me.
Okay.
That's right. Oops. There.
What do you say?
He hasn't responded yet.
But he's seen it.
Yes. And we're friends.
Huh.
But I'm sure he's probably bombarded by.
Yeah, he's probably getting hit up by tons of people.
So I'll give him benefit of the doubt.
I don't like really dig how he was like, I only killed him because he was trying to. All right, he
responded to Justin. Yeah, he was just Jeff. Pretty much. I'm sorry, Jenny dropped the ball on that. Sorry, Justin.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Sorry, Justin.
That was 10 minutes ago. And this is the whole point that the conversation that led to bringing Jenny on. Well, so this didn't happen. This was 10 minutes ago. He said
if
something.
you're not going to do your fucking job, you need to wait in the car until I'm finished.
Okay. All right.
No air conditioning, no heat. You know how I got I have the breathalyzer in there, and you can't fucking blow into it.
That's right. Worse than a dog.
It won't work.
If she's sitting in the driver's seat, if she's sitting in the driver's seat, she can blow into it. But she's too lazy to learn how to do it. I've been trying to get her to learn how to drive a stick shift for the last 10 years.
Oh, your red car's not on a stick? Oh,
she's just too lazy to do it. I tried. I got her to do it one time, and she's like, "I give up." Like after not even 10 minutes. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Probably not. Yeah,
you've got to want to. I learned.
It wasn't like I was drunk. That
you've got to want to drive a stick.
I know. Well, you just think about like I have a stick shift. Let's say we're driving down the road.
Mm-hmm.
I have a fucking heart attack.
Yeah,
and I need to get driven to the hospital, but can't. I'm gonna have to die there on the side of the fucking road because you don't want to learn how to drive a stick.
Yeah. Or what if he's thirsty and he sucks so much beer off my balls that he can't drive home?
Then he'll have to sleep here.
You're embarrassed. I came all over your back.
Well, what are you going to do? Nothing. You're going to have to walk the fuck home.
We will take the Subaru then.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna disable that vehicle.
I didn't think about that. But a quick shout out to Justin. He is the Long Ranger and Tonto podcast, which they're actually live. They went live yesterday. And I didn't see it because I fell asleep and took a nap.
I saw it because it said, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, I caught probably towards the tail end of it, but hopefully, because him and I had a conversation at the jiu-jitsu gym about how much easier this is.
Yeah.
The editing, because even editing the audio is so much quicker because you don't have all the extra video. I just need to pull it down and pull them apart. That's the hardest part. And then listen, but I like to listen to it anyway, just because I want to hear.
Yeah.
It's funnier. Like I don't realize how funny this is until I listen back. Like, holy shit, we're pretty funny.
Yeah, I think it's going to sound better this time too because I got the noise gate on.
Okay.
So
it wasn't bad. It was different than.
I think it's gonna cut out like when no one's talking, you're not gonna hear a hiss.
Okay.
Or any sound.
I can clean that up, but
I think it's gonna be better.
Yeah, I like his show. So we
Yeah,
we
definitely.
need to do it like theirs, and have one person control it. Yeah, at that point we actually put different cameras.
Honey, can you control something? Can you switch cameras for us, or is that too much?
Yeah, you can't read chats.
I can do it. Yeah.
You can't read the comments though.
So you want me to control the camera and the chat?
Yes, that will be your job as a technician. It's not that hard.
My God.
We can do some dry runs. Just
I guess I could try.
Because we can record but not go live.
Yeah, and see how you do. And see how you do.
I think once Justin, because he said they gave us a thumbs up, once he starts going live and gets into the rhythm, we can do crossover shows. And because they get some really good conversations going on.
Sounds gravy, he says.
Yeah.
You didn't even pick that one up. How come I'm doing your job now?
What?
The latest comment.
He just posted it.
And you didn't say anything.
He posted it a minute ago. But
Sorry,
Justin.
Justin.
Do you remember who Justin is?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was a great podcast.
Yeah, it was.
Which will never see the light of day. Dylan was supposed to get a hold of me. He hasn't gotten a hold of me.
So you guys are talking again?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it was like one of us has got to bury the hatchet type situation.
You reached out to him?
Yeah. He's in the Canary. It was around his birthday. He was on vacation in the Canary Islands. I said, when you get back into civilization, hit me up. And so we'll see. But he hasn't yet.
I saw him post an episode not too long ago.
He says,
"Wow, oh yeah, now you want to read what he says."
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why are you so violent, Justin?
What did he say, honey?
He said, "Don't let them talk shit. Stab those motherfuckers."
Wow, bro, it's like that. I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna be on his show. He can be on our show," and then he just threatened us with violence.
Well, not technically, he didn't threaten us with violence. He suggested that she used violence against us.
He peer pressured. He used peer pressure to get her to stab.
She's too scared to do anything. You won't stab me. You're too afraid of going to jail.
Yeah, the jail thing.
Yeah, 6 months.
Y'all being rude, he says. How come I'm doing your job still?
Oh my God.
See, we're not being rude, Justin. This is a
serious problem we're running into.
Around episode
we can't find good help.
Yeah, around episode 5 or 6, because we would get chats and we wouldn't see them, and then we get into a conversation, look over, and then like you replied 10 minutes ago when we were talking about Jeff.
Yeah,
and then by the time we reply to it, it's 10 minutes later and it's irrelevant to what we're talking about now.
You guys get into like this rhythm of just talking back and forth.
And during that time, you should be eyes to the screen.
That should be your rhythm.
Yeah, like what's going on here?
Okay.
It's okay. We don't mean to beat up on you.
No.
Intellectually.
But literally, that was the only reason we wanted a third. It just happened to be you, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I appreciate it, even though you both bailed on me last week, which we can discuss later.
This is my mom's birthday.
Yeah, but she didn't have to go. We could have still did the show without you.
Yeah, why didn't you go?
No, because you said I asked you, is Jenny going with you?
Well, yeah, I just assumed she would go with me.
Well, next
Wait, did
time
you go?
I didn't know that I was
Did you go?
supposed to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was with him.
Okay.
I think they would have been disappointed if you didn't go.
Yeah, I think they would have asked for me.
And I didn't know I just had to ask, like, fuck, 'cause I had the guests, and when I told her
we've been doing everything together like that for a while. So I think if she were to not show up, just all of a sudden, like decide not to show up to one of those events.
I still wanted to have a show because like I look forward to this every week.
Well, we were able to come at 8:15,
but that's
too late. An hour, almost. It's 45 minutes past when we normally start.
Yeah, but then we're not going to get done until
late.
That was the thing.
Yeah, so we went out and saw Unhinged with Russell Crowe instead.
That same night. You didn't go to the dinner?
No, after the dinner.
Oh,
we went. Literally the showtime was 8:15.
Yeah, it was no big deal. It just like fuck, because I already had guest line. I'm like, man.
Yeah, it was just like a last minute thing. Like my mom's been working and going back to school, and that was like the only day she could do it.
Yeah, that's fine. But then I was thinking, like, well, to either have a third on standby, but that's douchey to do to them. But I mean, it's not gonna. I don't know. In the moment, I was upset, so I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
So
your feelings are valid.
I'll come next time.
Well, no, it's no big deal, but it was just like,
Yeah, it was kind of last minute.
And then I had to cancel the guest, and I'm like,
because when my mother originally was like, this is when I want to have my party, I totally spaced, like, she's like, I want to do it on Friday at 5 o'clock. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, Friday at 5. I didn't even realize that.
So was it her actual birthday, or that's the day she wanted to have done it?
It's the day after her birthday, because she was working on her birthday. So... Right. And it was also supposed to be like a combination party for my grandma's birthday too, which is next week.
Now I'm mad that she didn't invite me. Thought we had something.
She's forgetful.
I know.
Super forgetful.
But I'm upset.
She likes you though. She likes you a lot.
Yeah, I think you're the first black man she's ever liked.
And but I think it's because we had a phone conversation before we actually met.
Mm-hmm. You're very articulate.
Right. And so then it comes like, oh, this, and then I show up because at no point has she ever made me feel uncomfortable in her house ever. Like,
yeah, she used to be. I'm telling you, she's not even close to being the same person that she used to be. In just multiple facets.
My parents, for the most part, have always enjoyed me. But again, I'm articulate. I don't come in all with my fucking pants sagging around my ankles and gold teeth and shit like that.
Yeah, because I'm sure she has a stereotypical image in her head of what a black person is supposed to look like. So, but she also you defy some of the expectations. But she was there's been. I don't want to spoil her for you, so I won't go into too many.
Fine. I don't see her enough. Anyway, this is what happens. See, we're gonna finish up.
All right, yeah, we were supposed to end the broadcast a half an hour ago.
All right. Sorry for being rude, Jenny.
All right, yeah.
All right.
I still love you, honey. It's just, sometimes you just got to do your fucking job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve solved the camera issue.
It didn't turn off one time.
Right? So, yeah. So I didn't realize
you got to pull your weight, honey. You want to stay on the show?
All right. Mm-hmm. All right.
See, this is what she does to me. Every time I come to her with a real problem.
All right. Yep.
This is what I get. This is the treatment.
Yep.
I come to her. I start to tell her, something, honey, this is what I want. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I do.
I won't even let him finish a sentence.
I do that to you
that's
too.
The power. Women have all the power. He's like, yeah.
He gets so upset.
He's like, yeah, I want to keep fucking. Okay.
The POP.
Yeah.
You know what the POP is, honey?
It's the WAP now, right?
What's that?
Power of pussy.
Yeah.
Oh.
POP.
I'm telling you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to write that one down.
Or WAP. Have you heard that song? The new song with Nicki Minaj and.
I never listened to it because the hype surrounding it was ridiculous. So therefore, I was like, I'm not gonna listen to it because
I haven't listened to it either.
It's not gonna be as good as they're hyping it up to be. They're hyping it up because it's controversial.
Yeah, I think I saw somebody do a breakdown of the song, and they're like, oh well, Nicki Minaj, her boyfriend left her and slept with the other woman, and they're pretty much breaking down why their pussies aren't that good.
And she is not that attractive without her makeup.
I haven't seen her without makeup.
Look at her without makeup.
You should see Jenny without makeup.
I've seen Jenny without makeup.
Yeah, he's seen me.
I mean, it's mind blowing.
Okay. This guy.
Well, yeah, it's just you look totally different.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
I look totally different.
You're just as beautiful without it. You just look very different.
Yeah, when you first came back from Minnesota, you didn't have when I came over, you didn't have makeup on.
You just look way more, tribal.
More Asian.
Tribal? What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
And on that note,
okay, everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.